Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. It's been a hot minute. How are my favorite players in the world doing today?
Doing good. Yeah.
Doing great, Neal.
Well, it's better than good. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm doing grand. Thanks for asking.
Whoa.
I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. What about you, Mooten?
Just okay.
Keeping it real. I appreciate it.
Well, believe it or not, grand means okay here. So you guys.
So
never
he's
think
just
that
doing
way.
okay too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If someone asks you like, "How are you doing?" and you say, "I'm grand," that just means okay.
I didn't know that even. You know.
Whereas everyone always imagines like, "Oh, I'm grand." Like, things
Yeah.
are luxurious and beautiful.
So to Irish people, the Grand Canyon is just like another canyon.
It's like,
Just
The 100 grand candy bar must just be like kind of lame.
Yep.
Shitty
Yep.
bar. That's true. It is.
That's true.
It is. All right. Where did we? Well, first off, does anyone have a pirate fact for me? You've had weeks to come up with pirate facts.
We have
So
them, I
much
know.
time.
I've done my homework in years. I'm not gonna lie, Neal. I've been slacking.
No pirate facts, I guess.
All right. We've run out of pirate facts. We know all there is to know about pirates. It's a solved
Yep.
case at this point.
Yep.
I feel like if we have like enumerated all the things about pirates, that should have equaled like a full level in total. And I feel like we only got about half a level there.
Well, if you got
I'll
5
take 50%
percentage
XP.
points 20 times, that's a full level.
Well,
This is session 37. You haven't got pirate facts every time, but at least 2/3 of the time. There's a full level in there.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna find my missing XP. Okay.
Okay. But where did we leave off? What did we do last time? It was dark.
We returned to Sulphur Island to check in on our pirate colonists, where we met up with Kalfu and Dented, and learnt about the secret cave that they'd found that had come to him in a dream, which we then explored, and it turned out to be a dungeon of sorts where the Sulphur Island, the Kaiser family, kept their valuables, and at the end of it, we found sandstone magical items, clearly linking to Rohit. So the question now is, how or why does Rohit have anything to do with the Kaiser family on Sulphur Island? And that's where we are. I think we are in the
No, we're
the
outside.
last room.
You've made
we
your
come
way
out?
back out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we teleported out or something.
The monsters were all dead. You can retrace your steps. It was fine.
I think we
Cool.
had come
Then
out.
we
and
do
met
it multiple
the two-headed
times and
guys.
get all the books.
Yeah, if you want to just spend time gathering all of the things from within, spend a couple days going back and forth and taking care of that stuff, that's fine.
Can I just have our goons do it? Den, Ted, and Kalfu?
Yeah. Fine. I think Elfu's smart enough to figure out how to get across all that stuff. Dented's kind of dumb, but
We could show him the first time,
you
too.
can show. We'll just hand wave it. You get your shit. It's fine. We don't need to spend time on that. So our party is here then, back at the city.
Yeah,
Sulphur
have
Island.
they, in my absence, right? I mean, I've not commanded them to do this, but I would hope that John Brophy would have worked this out. Is there a drinking establishment here? Because I feel like
Of course, there's a drinking
there is.
establishment here. Yes.
So I think that's what we do. Like, we head back to the drinking establishment and throw open the chest and start stacking books in the corner of this place. And, get the... Is somebody working here? Is it just, like, some rum in a corner that we just have to pour ourselves? Or...
No, there are a pair of people working at this establishment. It would be none other than those fine folks you rescued from... What was that place called? White Sands. Remember that lady you made a friend with? Mr. Sale. What was her name?
Oh, yeah.
Mildred?
Oh,
No.
Wait,
no.
White Sands.
Which one?
Oh, the girl. Oh,
girl.
She gave me a fake name, I think, at first, and then she gave me
And
a
then she
real
gave you
name,
a
didn't
real
she?
Yeah. What was the real name? Or the fake
Oh,
name?
we saved her from the brothel.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
owes the lady a lot of money.
she's opening her own brothel here, which is where you drink during the day. Brothel during the night. She had a name.
I had her name written down. I'd forgotten it.
Wrote it down so you wouldn't forget it.
It's not Shoshana. I'm scrolling through my notes. I can't find it.
No.
Ruby.
It's not Mildred Ruby Price, but close.
It wasn't
While he thinks, I think mine and Potato's cameras are switched now.
I have fixed them already.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all fine. I also can't remember her name, and I was really hoping you would figure it out.
Zoe, someone says, but that's literally just one random guy in chat. So
No, it's definitely not Zoe.
listen, Reapit.
Name that.
If you're gonna run your mouth, get your facts straight.
You know, I liked her so much. I gave her a nickname.
What was the nickname you gave her?
Just give me another like 15 seconds to think of one. I think I called her Pearl. That was her nickname.
Is she like older than I thought?
It's like what? Sorry.
Oh, is she older than I thought?
No, I think she's young enough.
It's like an old lady's name, pal. Well, I guess maybe this is old lady times, isn't it? So maybe.
No, because she is a pearl that I found in the ocean.
Oh, the pearl of the ocean. Yeah.
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 You dirty dog, Sale.
Yeah, you're damn right.
He's playing the long game with this one.
Actually, I'd like to rename her to Teresa.
No, we already have another Teresa.
She's dead now.
There can be multiple women with the same name here.
Yeah, that's
No, there
ridiculous.
can't be. This.
God, I can't believe I can't find this note. It was so important. Anyway, yes, that's the woman that runs this establishment, along with her friend that she brought with her.
And her friend was a dude.
Friend was indeed a masculine dude.
Oh yeah,
That's strange.
we stole two.
Mm-hmm.
True. Why was her name important?
I don't know, but now I want to know. But I guess it's not
Oh,
important.
okay.
You know, she's just some hooker that you found and rescued, and now she
That's
runs
exactly
your bar.
it. Nice.
No one will call over. Hey, hooker,
Uh,
give me a beer.
She comes over and upturns a beer on your head. Laughs, walks back, and brings you a full beer. And then looks you dead in the eyes and says, "Don't call me hooker."
And then she gets magic missile. The next thing you know-
I'm gonna wave that because I think she would die, but it's fine. You know?
Don't fucking
Well,
do it,
I don't
man.
want to
Come
kill her, so yeah, we move on from that.
Yeah, I give you
It's
a
a hot
look as
day,
I see
you know?
you.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
In one world, Nilrim does kill her, but in this world, he doesn't.
He's feeling happy because he's just got magic items.
Yeah.
People are saying it's Eris. There's
I don't
multiple
trust what people are
it.
saying these days,
It's
Mr. Trump.
Multiple people saying it.
Yeah.
Many great people are saying it.
You have heard of mass hysteria, though. People can hallucinate the same thing.
I'm not saying it, I'm just saying that many great people are saying it.
Fair.
Anyway, this is where you are. You've got your drinks, you've got your loot, your gold, your silver, your books, your matched pairs of sandstone daggers, your sandstone rapier. And the party's sitting around this treasure as looky-loos and rubbernecks come by, sitting near but not close enough to incur anyone's wrath, examining the glittering treasures from afar.
Well, they're not glittering though, are they? They're made of sandstone.
Well, there's like silver and gold and shit.
Okay.
No one will just be going through the papers. He has one of the daggers on his hip. That's his.
Claim it.
And he's gonna, probably spend the next day just casting read magic and detect magic on all the stuffs.
Well, in addition to the obviously magical 9 daggers, was it? And 1
I
sword?
think it was 8.
8?
Nick, do you remember?
I think it was
I
9.
remember 9 plus 1 rapier.
Yeah,
is the
it
memory
was
I
9.
have.
Definitely 9. In addition to the obviously magical 9 daggers and 1 rapier, there are 12 potions and Yeah, I think you'd figure this out. There was that sandstone pendant that you pulled out of there as well, and that too magical. But I think
Sale put that on.
Sale is wearing it right now.
Yeah.
Do I feel any more connected to Rohi or any magical effect?
It's not overt, but when you put this on, there's like a safety blanket or a security blanket. You know, you put it on and things just sort of feel a little bit better. But there's nothing, you know, you're not like throwing fire, you don't have like any additional anything going on. You just, for the moment, you can feel the connection. But it's just, you know, it's a nice reassuring, everything's gonna be okay, don't worry about it.
Can I get some rolls of schools of magic for like detect magic?
Absolutely.
10% chance per level. So I think I'm at a 70% chance right now.
Yes. 10 of the potions, which are all very similar, are necromancy. And the
healing.
other one,
Oh.
2 others you did not get.
Okay. What about the items?
The daggers and 9. Right.
Daggers, rapier, and the pendant.
The pendant is abjuration. The daggers, you miss. The
All of
8.
them? Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm just doing them as one group because
That's
they're
fine.
all the same. And the rapier also miss. Wow, those are bad rolls, dude.
Fun.
So after he casts his spells, John will he's poured himself a drink, realizes he can't drink it, and throws it against the wall, and then says, "So Nora, what do they do?"
Well, these are healing potions. He'll point to the next 2.
Healing
These 2 I'm not
potions.
sure of, but Sylvie can identify them. Norm will call out to, you know, one of the workers and ramble about how he needs a few pearls and they need to find him it, or he'll kill him and whatnot.
Person goes off
So-
to fetch you some pearls.
Wait, you're telling me that the girl knows can work out what they do, but you can't?
He'll pull you close and he'll whisper to you. You see, I'm teaching her the bitch spells. She's gonna be our identifier.
Yeah, whatever helps you sleep at night.
I don't need time. I don't need to know those. That's for her.
I didn't know it was a limited resource like that.
Wizard can only know so many spells, and then my master used to always say that if you wanted to learn more, you'd have to hit him upside the head, knock him unconscious a few times, make him forget, probably cause some permanent mental damage.
That's true. So what, if you start casting bad spells, we just get Archie here to slap you across the head and you might wake up with some better ones?
Don't worry, Captain. I won't
Sounds
learn
fun
any
to me.
bad spells.
Okay, so we don't know what they do. You think all these are the same? I say, looking at the daggers, Neal picking them up.
Yeah, they
They all
all
look the same.
more or less identical. And again, you're spending some time on this island, pulling stuff out of the area, out of the tomb, out of the treasure hold. You're here for a little while. You can practice with these weapons, and there may be other things to them beyond this, but what you can tell through practice is that the rapiers and the daggers are all +2 weapons.
Yeah.
Really good.
Is there any chance that I can use one of these daggers and still get my free block? Or does it have to be
What does your
whatever,
free block come from?
what was it, like Mangosh weapon style? You know, like it's like a dueling dagger, isn't it? I don't know the actual difference. I think maybe it's got a bigger. What's the?
Gosh has like little
Hilt.
side things.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I think it's a fighting style that you've got that gives you the free block.
Yeah. Presumably, they've been using one of those daggers. I would imagine, but it's Mangosh fighting style.
But while you guys chat, I will look up the Mangosh fighting style rules.
Okay.
Normal
So-
badger about how he needs owl feathers as well, and someone needs to get on that, and he'll probably throw down I don't know 50 of the gold for whoever finds all the stuff.
3 people immediately leave the tavern and head out looking for some owls to kill.
Not kill, but well,
I mean,
they can
how's
do what
they gonna
want.
get the feathers?
That's
Yeah.
true. I want to
Get
fuck
a
a
lot
lot
of
of feathers
feathers.
too. So.
Yeah,
Well, if you capture an owl, it's a renewable resource.
it's true. But
Makes
how
no
many owl
sense,
feathers
yeah.
are you gonna need over your lifetime?
At least an owl's worth.
Yeah, 1 hour's worth. So I'll come up to Sail. This is probably the first day. Like, I know you said we were practicing with the weapons, but just to go back to that first scene where Nilam's casting detect magic and stuff. So Sail, is this any different than the one you already had? I say, looking at the pendant, like, does it look different? Is it carved? Does it just look the same? It's a question for Neal, I think. Sorry.
Oh, what?
Does the magic pendant look the same as his other pendant?
Vaguely, they're not identical, obviously, but they've got that same sandstone style, that same like twiny cord wrapped around them. Yeah, they look like they were practically made by the same person. Like you could find them in the same Rohit gift shop at the end of the museum.
What do you think it does?
I will bring my hand up to the pendant and hold it in my hand and like try to rub some of the sand off of it.
Soft.
I'll hold it in my hand.
You're destroying it.
And I'll say, I think it might be some kind of holy artifact, some kind of magical pendant for someone aligned with Rohit. Maybe a holy talisman, an advanced holy symbol with some sort of enchantment. Perhaps it'll intensify the spellcasting that I can do. I'm not sure yet. I haven't experimented with it, but I definitely feel a greater connection to him.
Interesting. So, did he just dump all this stuff there for us to find? Or are we starting to think that the Kaiser family here had something to do with him?
I think there's definitely a connection of some kind that Here's the thing. If you have an enemy and you're the White Prince and you think these islands are valuable, you don't eradicate their entire civilization. You depose the leader and install your own order. This was an eradication that went on in this island, so it speaks to me of a deeper connection with something that really threatened the White Prince to his core, to where he was willing to commit an atrocity on the scale that I've never even heard of. That's how great the threat was here. And I think Rohit, and I'll say the name out loud because I'm getting careless, was the threat.
Interesting. But you think they knew about it?
Oh, go ahead.
He must have. He must have.
Maybe
known
there's
there was
more
something.
books in the castle. No, I mean the family here.
Do
They
you think
worship
knew
it.
about it?
They worship him too.
I mean,
That's their tomb.
that's their reliquary. Those
Yeah.
are their hidden places. They have
Yeah.
to have known. Someone in that family has to have known. We should actually go talk to the queen. Maybe she remembers something from her youth.
I was also thinking. You remember the first time we were here? What attacked us in the night? The zombie thing.
The vengeful spirit that we
Yeah,
burned
the
to
guy.
rest.
The guy kept coming back, yeah. Now, given recent developments, I say, motioning towards myself, this isn't the first time we've seen one of those things. You remember? I'm trying to remember where it was now, but it chased us across the sands, attacked us in the night. Where was that?
That's true. Oh,
I
it was
remember.
a desert island.
Yeah,
Desolate.
maybe that had a connection too.
There was. Did we fully explore that tomb? I don't. Or there was an underground part, wasn't there, that we went into?
Let's go and ask Nilrim, he'll remember. Nilrim, get over here.
Is that the tomb that you couldn't enter, Sale?
Nilam's reading the books probably
was.
for information on the family and what was going on here. Yes, John, what?
Where was, you remember the Revenant that was here?
Yes?
Where did we fight that second one?
There was only ever one, John. It was just the same thing that kept coming back.
No. There was another island. It chased us into the night, attacked us while we were at camp.
Was
I
it
think
in
we
one
just-
share?
We just killed it the once and then left, I think.
That was here, or that was on Sulphur Island. Yeah, that was here. It was from the keep.
I think it was a desert island that we crossed the desert, and it attacked us in the night while we camped.
Yeah. You're losing your memory, Norm. I thought you'd remember.
I think
Where
it was
was that?
Monshare. I think it was one of the
No, yeah,
little
you might
islands.
be right.
Yeah, maybe.
But there
Are
was
you
like a
looking at-
castle, right?
It was like
Well,
here,
there
right?
No, I'm pretty
one
sure it was
here.
Sulphur Island.
No.
Look,
No.
we did fight one there, but I swear there was another.
Yeah, there was.
I'll start laughing. We've been on adventure so long, we don't remember.
It's been too many islands, too many undead.
It was near Port Jasper. There was like a lake in the middle and mountains. Desert. I
Can't
think
remember
we
for the
got
life of me.
ambushed by the guards on the way out.
Yeah,
We killed them
didn't
all.
we get the mask on that island? Did we get the mask there?
Hey, hot mask.
What mask?
Do we not have a mask that we looked for? Is it not back in the base?
Didn't we open like a tomb with the help of Seymour, who like
I
got
got-
in on the other side?
Do you remember I burst into flames?
I
Yeah,
do
it was
remember
there.
that,
This
yes.
was the whole thing, yeah.
That's happened more than once.
No, I just don't remember. We've been on so many brilliant, great adventures. How can I remember them all?
3 drinks
still-
later, you all come
Yeah.
to the conclusion that in Monshare, there was a dried lake bed that dipped down. And you had to walk across the desert and all the way around to this like destroyed city. And inside that city, there was a tomb. Inside that tomb, Sail couldn't enter, but you did use the monkey Seymour to open a latch, get access, and pull out all sorts of wondrous goods. And then you fled across the desert. You fought a pirate captain, or a ship captain who had been, conscripted by the White Prince. You
Yeah.
took her ship and her crew, and then now they're sailing around the Outer Rim, getting
Working
goods
for
for
us.
you and dropping
Yes,
stuff off
that's
here
them,
on
yeah.
Sulphur Island. What about that mask?
Wait, what? There was no
I think-
mask, right?
There was a mask, and I think we left it in the magic room. Did we not?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a mask.
Because I remember
There
we
was-
distinctly put it on, and we're trying to see if we could see like.
It was a mask of like watchfulness or
It
whatever.
was
was a
a
mask.
death mask
Remember.
that
Oh,
it
that was
prevents
what it
whatever it was put on from becoming undead. That's why it's hanging out in your keep, because it doesn't, as far as you know, it just prevents things from being raised as dead. But that thing that it was placed on did get up and follow you across the desert and is still out there
Right.
looking for you, if it can cross the
Awesome.
seas, that is.
Probably because we took the mask off.
Yeah.
Why don't I have this mask? It's
In the
too late
base.
for me now.
Yeah.
You're not gonna try it on, John. After we sacrificed so much to bring you back.
No, it's too late.
It would be kind of a bitch, John. We did a lot for you.
Listen,
I don't think you've thanked them enough. Has he thanked you, Archie?
Elrim, shut the fuck up. Stay out of this, okay?
Oh, we'll go
Nothing
back
to
to his
do with you.
papers.
I didn't.
Read your books.
John,
Yeah.
would you really prefer if you had just died?
I don't really think it's worth talking about Sale right now.
Fair.
Or in the future, for that matter.
I'm sure none of us would have preferred if John would have died.
That's right.
For my part, I'm happy that he's here. Actually,
Thank you, Archie. I appreciate that. But anyway,
people in this crew don't have enough respect for their captain.
Or their cleric, or their wizard, or the
their
first
wizard.
mate.
so what's the plan here? We need to find out what all these things do. But it seems like they just make us fight better.
Did Sale just all lives matter us?
Yeah, he did.
Sorry.
Let's go back to Sylvie. Let's get these 2 potions identified. Let's check in on home base. It's been a little bit. And then, how about we do what we came out here to do? Some pillaging, John.
We come out here to do some pillaging.
Did
Weren't we meant to be seeing off the edges, the rest of the outer rim. We were going to travel to the east, weren't we?
We were gonna do some pillaging on the way.
Yeah, we got sidelined by Starbuck.
We've been pillaging
Fat
a
lot
while.
of good that did me. That man's a fucking menace. I'm glad he's dead.
Well,
He's never
I mean,
causes anything but trouble. He leads us into places where there's fucking trolls buying off heads, and angry dwarves getting themselves killed.
It's true. We did make
Yeah.
a mountain collapse though, so like there was an upside.
Allegedly. I don't remember that.
I'm
Yeah, I
still-
don't really
I don't
remember
know
that
how you
either.
don't remember that. It was like the whole mountain went.
Yeah, I don't know. I
think I'm-
forgot.
It was like a chip of a mountain, no?
I
Just a
feel like
small
I
piece.
feel like Neal got like a really high intelligence, but a really low memory score.
It's all up to Starlight.
A lot of things happen, you know?
Nilram was sick that day. He was
true.
feverish, hot, sweaty. There's a lot going on.
COVID.
Before we
I think
leave
might
here,
just have a bit of an attention deficit, just like all of us.
I think there is. Yeah, it's true. I think there is a matter, however, of what are we going to do with these items? They're clearly meant for us, clearly meant to be used in our hands. But which hands? There's only one rapier and there's 9 daggers. I'll take out my current rapier and lay it on the table.
oh, funny, this looks brand new, Sale. Barely been used.
Brand new.
Look at my. Oh, this is worn.
I think you'll find, Captain, it's because I have trouble hitting anything. But with a rapier that I could use from my god, that I can cast spells with, in one hand, I could probably do a lot of work with that rapier.
You
I
can
guess
cast
I could
spells
trade.
with your necklace.
Well, we
I could
all know
trade
what
the
the rules
rapier.
are on loot, and the captain
true.
has the final say on who gets which loot. This is pretty standard pirate
It's true.
procedure. You all know this.
I
that
would
is true.
argue.
Well,
would
I'm not
argue
here
that
to
your
pull
team-
rank, Sale.
I would argue
you-
this is clerical loot. This is very clearly deity related.
If you want to swap the rapier for the necklace, I'm fine with that.
Well, I think it's a matter of what are we going to do with these daggers? We don't need 10 daggers, or we don't need 9 daggers and a rapier, and I think
The 9 daggers could be good if we want to start building alliances on the outer rim. Could be a symbol of your god's power that we give to someone of high ranking, maybe on these islands, who join our fold.
My generals.
Yeah.
If someone's
us
got one of those daggers,
four.
it means they speak with our authority.
Us 4 obviously get 1 dagger each. That just makes sense.
If Archie wants a dagger, he's obviously welcome to one. But
I think there might
I don't
be
need a
situations.
dagger. I'll just stab myself with it. I'll stick to my fists.
Good.
We'll have to see. We'll have to talk to the drowned one about getting you sandstone knuckle dusters.
yeah,
Regardless, I think that's fair. I really do feel like I should get the rapier, but you make a good point about the necklace. This is very clearly, or at least, and I'll put my hand to it, and kind of hold it in my hand. This feels like it belongs to me. The rapier, however, that feels more like a weapon, and it should go to where it would fight the White Prince best. And so if you'll kill White Prince's men with that rapier, then I'll let you have it without fight.
not sure I've got much choice these days. Thanks, Sale. Nice to see you've seen sense. We should still find out what that necklace of yours does. Norum thinks this gal, the apprentice, can work it out.
My girl can work out the potions. Can't work out the necklace. You should just be able to ask your god.
I'll ask him next time I get a chance to have a chat.
Well, if you can't work out what it does, the girl can't work out what it does. I assume your old master can't work out what it does. Who can?
No, I'm shrugs. Someone on Arcadia?
Yeah. I feel like
don't
that
think
might
I'll be
not be an
popping off
option.
for a holiday.
Yeah, I'd probably fucking disintegrate. There's got to be someone here, right? If you found the right book, could you learn it? or could teach her.
You teach her. I wouldn't want to learn it myself, but she'd be more than happy to learn it.
Where do we find a book like that?
I'm sure Mildred Price would know, Captain.
What do you mean? How would she know?
Well, she's on one of the bigger islands. I'm sure that they have a wizard there who knows the ins and outs.
So what, we go there and we steal this book?
Would work.
Get her to find out where it would be, where the guy lives.
Yeah. I don't know. If you want to do this now, we can. We could also postpone it. We already know what all the daggers do. And most of the other stuff. So it's not of immense importance right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd say it's Sale's call. He's the one wearing it without knowing what it does.
I think I'd like to keep it on my person, and I'll figure out what it does on my own, through use, or through contact with the drowned one.
Always go for a swim and ask him.
Listen, the last 2 times I've had a swim with him, things have had consequences that I wasn't ready for.
That's true. Yeah.
So, you know, as much as he is my god, and I do really enjoy the power that he gives me, forgive me for not being ready to just nip off into the ocean and find another way for him to curse me for life.
That's wise. Yeah, okay, fine. Well, I used to like hanging around places like this and getting good and drunk for a few days at a time, but honestly, the appeal has kind of left me. So,
I don't know, Captain. It's not so bad. No one sips his drink.
not for you, perhaps. I'm tempted that we should search that keep over there, I say, looking out the window. To unturn every stone and look in every corner for any reference to him.
No
See
one
if we can try
pats
and work
his
out what the
stack of
collection.
books. I think anything that you want to know is going to be right here.
I guess you're right. Okay, well, a long journey then to the other side of the rim. Maybe a trip back to the base first. Give you time to do some reading.
That would work.
All right. In the morning, our party will set back off to the base. Probably also to get the bigger ship, because you're in the small one right now, and there's not a lot of cover. You can't, like, sit on the ship and
We're
read
staying in the
scrolls.
small ship
Oh.
because when we're going around the rim doing our bullshit, we don't want them to know about the big ship yet.
Ah.
Because the
Yeah.
big ship is the legal ship.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The big
Okay.
ship's for when we go back to Port Prince.
Gotcha. Well, then.
The big ship's probably here anyways. With all the people. No, it's probably
Oh.
not.
It'll be at the base, I think.
It's at the bed.
As everyone sort of heads off to do their own things, that woman, Eris is definitely her name. I've double checked it. I found the notes now. Will come by you, Sail, and put a hand on your shoulder and says, "What was all that hubbub about? What'd you find?"
Oh, we just, you know, there used to be an old noble family that lived here. We found a couple of old books and magical items, and we were figuring out what we wanted to do with them. You know, pirate stuff.
Well, she pulls out a small bag of coins and leaves them on the table for you. This is for the ball and shell game. I think you're supposed to give this to. She looks at the party as they leave through the door. To the mad wizard. It's from
The ballin'.
Yeah, she had asked someone to set up a ball and shell and ball game. He didn't tell you about this?
What?
Maybe I should give it to him myself then.
Is it like a magic thing where you hide the ball under the shell?
Yes. Yes, it is. We have many magic tricks here. Would you like to play? She says as she kind of reaches over and pulls out some shells and a ball from the countertop.
I'm kind of amused by this, so I'll say yes. Yeah, I'll play around.
Right. She gets these 3 shells and just a little ball in between them, and she passes lifts one shell and kind of moves it, and the ball slides between them, and her hands move faster and faster. She's not the main provider of this game. She's just the person who sort of facilitates it by having an open space and, pouring drinks into people's mouths and providing just a little bit of distraction on the side when, the ball and shells are going back and forth, and all of a sudden she drops something and has to reach down and pick it, hopefully distracting. Anyway, she's new to this, and there's no distractions, and you're not quite drunk. So you can just make me a perception check to see if you spot it. Catch it.
I feel
Kill
like
her
I
for
should I feel like I should pass a perception and a wisdom check to see if
Oh.
I can resist her wily charms.
Well then, please make those rolls.
I resist, but I can't catch it.
Ah. Well, you keep an eye on the ball, and somehow, to your surprise, when she's done with it, and you tap the shell that you think it's under, it's not. And she holds out her hand and says, "That'll be 1 gold piece."
This is my brother. What the hell? Wait, hang on.
You played the games. I'm sure you get the money in the end, but for now, 1 gold. Pay up.
I will begrudgingly reach into my pockets, and instead of giving her a gold, I will give her 10 silver.
That works.
Is
She
it, wait, is 10
smiles.
silver a gold?
Yep. Yeah. It's just an inconvenient gold. She understands. She smiles and says, "Well, that's more for him," and opens the bag, drops the 10 silver in it. I suppose I should go find Mr. Nilrum. He didn't really seem too happy when I poured that beer over his head. Most of the folks around here kind of take it as a joke. I'm not going to get killed if I go give him this money now, am I?
I'm genuinely surprised. I think he actually likes you because I've seen people do less and get turned into human paste.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta take
But
care of that
I
then.
probably wouldn't make a habit of it. I tell you what, though, I will take this coin just in case he's a little bit mad about it.
If you
I'll-
don't actually know about this game, I think I'm probably supposed to give it to him directly. But maybe you could watch the bar for me while I chase after him?
But I know about the game now, so you could just.
True.
She makes a charisma check to see if she thinks you're trustworthy. Yeah, she can tell that you're not gonna screw her up. You're not gonna screw her over, are you?
No, I'm just it's
Okay.
like, what, just give you the coins.
Yeah. There's a
you.
pause, and then she hands you the bag. There should be 50 gold in here. She says to you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. You can check with Neilrum.
I'm sure
That I
he'll
gave
just
you the
kill me
points.
if it's short. My life's in your hands.
I'll take
Thanks,
out my
Sale.
old sandstone pendant and give it to her as proof.
She turns it over a
There you
couple
go.
times. What's this?
It's just a holy symbol. Don't worry about it. But like, if Neilrum comes for you, just say, "Sale gave me this," and then you'll be under my protection.
You're gonna protect me from the big bad wizard?
Yeah. To an extent, I mean, at a certain point, he waves his hand and lightning comes out, and there's only so much I can do.
Oh. She looks a little deflated. Puts the necklace on. Thanks you. And goes back to tending the bar when a couple of rowdy lot come up to her and begin the, "Hey, baby, how's business for the night?" And take off if you want, or sit around to see what's up.
No, I'll take off. I'll wave my goodbyes. I'll say goodbye to everyone, and I'll be cheerful. I like with my bit of silver. I'll buy like a round for people. Like a couple of the guys I know on the expedition is like, "Oh yeah, have a beer," and then
Excellent.
I'll shoot off. But as I'm walking away, I'm going to take my 10 silver back out of that bag.
Based.
Excellent. Right. Will the party...
Wait, before we leave, I want to go and see John Brophy. And I'm going to bring one of the daggers and a bag of gold, like 1,000 gold.
Oh,
That I'm going to get from the
okay.
ship. And I'm going to go and see him inside the keep.
Yeah.
Just taking this 1,000 gold off the character sheet.
It's late. He'll get woken up by some assistant, or you can come barging into his room yourself, whichever you prefer.
No, wait, I guess I'll have an awkward moment with the assistant. I'll just say, where's John? Is he up?
Looking at him.
Not me. Brophy, go and get him.
Oh, yes, sir. And hurries off to go get brew.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah,
Fucking
you can.
wise guys.
You'll be met in a small parlor. A
I'll,
glass of brandy is poured for you.
I have the bag of gold on a like shelf or on a table, and then I've got the dagger behind the bag of gold, so you can't immediately see it. Brophy, sorry to wake you up. We were leaving, and I wanted to catch you before we left.
Of course, Captain Winters. What can I do for you?
Have a drink, man. Wake yourself up.
He pours himself a brandy and shoots it fast, shakes his head a few times, and comes to sit down in one of these old chairs that's like too old to be comfortable anymore, but they haven't had the time to repair it yet.
You know, you're doing a good job here, Brophy. This place is good. There's a tavern. You got a servant in here. I like where things are going. You're like a real little lord up here.
I think that's the first time anyone's ever called me a lord.
Well, it won't be the last. And you know, we found that cave the guy worshipping Sail when we got here with the axes and the skulls on his face. That cave, we found some good stuff in there. So I'm not sure what you need. You said you needed some more tools. Looks like maybe you could get some more people to do a bit more work. But I thought it might be worth reinvesting some of the gold. So that bag over there, 1,000 gold pieces. I want to make sure you make good use of it.
Thank you, Captain. You know, really what we're short is skilled laborers of different types. Tools, equipment, to be certain, is also short, but love to get ourselves some stonemason or a better smith. A lot of people we could use here. We've come across, useful folks.
As I'm going around, if I find people, I'll be sending them here. But strikes me that without some sort of ship of your own, you're kind of stuck here. You know, you could be having people going out and doing missions. You know, maybe you could be money like this. You could be paying people to come here and do these jobs. So if you had means to get away, then that might be more useful to you than anything else. So that's what I'm going to be keeping an eye out for. Some sort of ship. Doesn't have to be a big one. Maybe just like the longboat that we've got.
That'd be great.
So you can.
I mean, we could at least get to Angel Island and trade there, or Crystal Cove is right next door. There's some half-decent supply. Well, mostly just food and stuff, but Oaktown's not far. There's a real smith there. We could get lanterns and picks and axes. Oh, let me tell you, this ogre and the guy with the skulls on his face, they were obsessively wanting all of our tools, and I swear to God they were going to lose them in the jungle. We could really use some backups, just in case.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, there's one other thing. I don't know if you were hanging around the tavern last week or so, but we found some magic in this place, some items,
I heard.
some daggers,
Yeah.
more than we could use. And I'm thinking that as this place keeps growing and more people come into the fold, some of us are going to have to be able to speak with the authority of the leadership. And I think that you're one of those people. People need to know when they're talking to you that they're also talking to me. They're talking to Norum, to Archie, to Sail. So I'm going to give you one of these daggers. Think of it as a gift, but also as a symbol of the power that you've got here. And I'll reach behind the bag of gold, hand it to him, say, "This is precious, one of a kind. Not much magic in these islands that isn't already marked by the White Prince. So look after it."
One of a kind, he says as he holds the dagger gingerly in his hands.
Well, not quite one of a kind, but close to it.
Thank you, Captain John.
Mm-hmm.
Turns
All right,
it over a few
well-
times, runs his hand along the edge and cuts himself, not realizing that the sandstone is somehow sharp. Looks closely, amazed that this, sandstone's not a hard rock. It doesn't hold edges at all. Yet this one is sharp and pointy. So he holds it close to his face to take a look at it. Puts it back in the sheath, sets it down on the table, and cautiously reaches out a hand to you. Thank you.
I shake his hand with gloves on, nails, just so my cold hands don't necessarily come through.
Nice.
And well, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
So-
There was one more thing before you all take off.
Well, what is it?
Well, it's just some musings I had, but Do we want a flag? Do we have a flag?
We do have a flag, yeah, but I think
do we
want
to run it? Or
Not yet. Not yet. Listen, I'm working on breaking free the rim from his grasp of the White Prince. When that day comes, we'll fly our flag. But if we do it too soon, we may all find ourselves dead before we get a chance.
we saw
And you've seen those ships he's got with the
one of them
griffins.
come by recently with the
Oh, yeah?
griffins. Oh yeah. It was clearly clipping between islands. We barely caught the end of it, but a couple of the griffins came out and flew over this area. They've definitely seen that there's people here, but they didn't stop. They were headed northward somewhere, in rotation with the rim.
You keep a record on stuff like that. Next time I come here, I want to know how often those ships are going past whenever you see men belonging to the White Prince or ships or whatever. You got to keep a record of that. Make sure we're on top of it. Don't want to
Yeah.
get caught with our pants down. All right, Brophy, keep up the good work. I'll
I
tap
don't
him on the shoulder.
think I'll see you before then, but Happy New Year's, Captain. New Year's is in 7 days. I don't think I'll see you then. So
Well, make the most of it. Use some of the gold and see
Did
if
he
you
get
can
like tears in his eyes? Is he tearing up or?
no, it's just
Okay. Yeah. Being
pay
nice,
some
yeah.
drinks for the men
of
and the
course,
ladies.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. I gotta go anyway. They're waiting for me.
Before Nilrim leaves, he goes back to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to wizard lock 3 of the doors. This is how he's going to get back at her. He's just going to be petty and make her have to buy new doors and get rid of them. So yeah,
Costing
3 of
yourself
the
money.
doors. I think wizard lock is no component.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah,
there.
you just cast it, Nick. No money. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're costing yourself.
It's our
Yeah.
door. We're the ones paying for the doors.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
the
know.
money of paying for the doors just goes back into your pirate community. You're just costing
Yeah.
your people time.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's lucky she didn't die. Nilrim was in an extremely good mood. And, yeah, so. 3 of her doors. The front door, probably her room door, if he can find it. And then just, like, another door that's, like, kind of in the way. Those are the 3 doors that he's going to get.
The front door, her room door, and just one other.
Yeah, like one in, like, a hallway or something, that, like, blocks off a lot of other doors.
Just like super inconvenient.
Yeah,
Nice.
just a bad day for them. Okay.
Okay. So as we leave, does everyone have one of these daggers on their character sheet?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So I'm gonna put under our gold the rest of the sandstone daggers. I think because we've now given one to Brophy. We've all got one. Archie, do you want one or not? I feel like you should have one as a sign
Fine, I'll take one.
of authority, even if you just keep it in your backpack.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 left. Okay.
Does Sale tell him about the money or no?
Oh yeah. I give you the money and tell you it was like some shell game or something. Oh, like, she made me.
Because no one
play
was
it.
gonna go beat up the guy if he didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
How much is it, Koibu?
49 gold.
Just wonderful.
So what are the potential magic items we have? We've got the anti-magic shield. Is there anything else?
We have the
we-
helm of revealing or whatever.
We have the helmet, anti-magic shield, the mask.
Yeah.
What would we call it? Helm of Magic Sight? No, it's Wizard Sight, is it? That's what it
Wizard
is.
Sight, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wizard Sight or Identifier or something. It does that basic thing.
One of those.
And then the mask. Mask of life? Mask of
Death mask.
undeath? Death mask. Yeah.
I swear, we also have the drum. I swear we brought back something that was beaconed, did we not?
Yeah, it's the shield.
Oh, yeah, the shit. Yeah.
No,
And
it's
the helmet.
Nope.
No, the mask.
Oh, right. The shield can't be, but the helmet
Shield
will
can't
be.
be big.
The helmet was. There was a sword that you had, but you sacrificed that to Roki.
Yeah.
Is there another magic item? I don't think so. Well, the
How
drum.
many pearls and owls did I get?
Oh yeah, you get like 1,000 owl feathers, and two pearls.
Fuck.
That was a bad roll.
It's fine, I guess. Hey, when I come back here next time, I want 10 pearls or I'm going to kill you. And he'll hand over, I don't know,
The
10
guy's
gold.
face begins to drain of blood. Yes,
10
Mr.
gold.
Nelrub.
Figure it out. Yeah, give him 10 gold.
They're 100 gold each.
Neal just like
Well,
walks out.
Get fishing. Become a fisherman. You've figured out, Nick.
Before we leave, I want to grab some like timber, Neal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to Archie when we're getting settled down on the ship, and I'll say, Archie, don't know, you ever taken a look at Wiley's arm, where he's got the dagger, attached? You know.
Yeah.
You think you could rig something up so that he could use one of these daggers? Maybe we could slot it in or something. Make him a new handpiece.
Let me look at it. Yeah, I think I can make that work. I know some carpentry.
That's right. I got some. I took some timber from the island, so there should be some in the store for you to use.
Yeah, I'll try to craft this.
Yeah. Let's
Sweet.
see. Archie, you've got a... What do we call a shipwright? It's a carpentry-ish skill.
I think I have
Oh, you-
carpentry because it's required for shipwright.
Perfect. Would you make me a carpentry check, please, sir?
Absolutely, Neal. As soon as I find it in my character sheet. It's probably in... Wait, everything's fucked. Hold on. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, on your way from Sulphur Island to Flotsam Island, you can sort of rig a contraption. You've seen Wiley's arm before. I imagine one of these moments that we didn't really talk about in between sessions when everyone's hanging around the island healing was probably you and Wiley hanging out, and he's showing you his arm and how he can like take the dagger out and put the dagger in, and you've seen the contraption. And with the 33, you can easily adjust such a thing to fit one of these sandstone daggers. It's not even a problem for you.
I'm shooting the shit with him while I'm like working on his arm.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Yeah,
Well,
great. Well, I think we head back to the base and chill there for a bit.
Big
Alright.
thing that Neal needs to do, Neal, and you can work this in somehow. He's gonna be looking, because he's got to keep Sylvia in line. She's not gonna just be cool, you know, learning the stupid spells forever.
Right.
He is looking for a love potion, or how to make a love potion, because that is how she is going to want to serve him undying.
Wow.
Mm.
That is fucked up.
That's
dude.
what he's looking for.
Jesus Christ.
Love potions are powerful and dangerous item. Yes, yes. Excellent. Well, our crew gets in the ship. They set sail for Port Ferris. They'll arrive a few days later, actually just one day later. And we're going to take our first break right here as we pull into the secret base just outside of Port Ferris. We'll catch you on the other side of our break. See you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our party sails the sea for but a single day before arriving back at their base just outside of Port Ferris near Flotsam Island. It is the 26th of December, just a few days before the new year. All the White Prince's men, all the White Prince's horses, and all the White Prince's men are back in the capital and their thing.
Archie, you want to give this to Wiley? And I'll say, like, handing you one of the daggers.
Yes, Captain.
It's a symbol of his authority as a member of our organization.
Seems right.
Okay. I think John will make sure his neck scarf is tied properly and he doesn't look too pallid before getting back to the base.
Wouldn't want to look pallid.
No.
Put a little bit of blush on your cheeks, you know.
Yeah. Well, I have
Nope.
some of that because I have a makeup kit, right, for doing
do.
disguises, so I do have some of that.
Nolan brought all the books, and he's
Mhm.
gonna, you know, read through them in the base for probably a few days while the potions get identified. Speaking of which, John, identifying potions is no joke. I had to pay a hefty price for these pearls, and he'll have them in between his finger, the two. I'm gonna need recouped 200 gold.
Fuck. Yeah, I'd give it to you. Shit.
And
You
then
should at least have a charisma check to see if he's lying.
Is there any reason
I
to
can throw a
suspect
charisma
it?
check, but
Yeah,
Just-
well, look, listen, give yourself a +5, because I think inherently I would believe you. So you can give yourself a +5. I'll
okay,
roll
is
against
it
you.
19 then? Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you did it. All right, I give you the 200 gold.
Thank you.
Well played, sir.
Thank you, John. I'll eat the 20 gold costs for don't worry about it.
Ah, you're a team player, son.
All right. Nolan's
Yeah.
gonna go over to Sylvie and see how she's doing with Merlin. I assume that they're working together.
They are working together, but it's not going as quickly as you might have liked. You see, Sylvie has a really hard time respecting what's his name?
Merlin.
Merlin, right. Sylvie has a really hard time respecting Merlin's authority when he's in a straitjacket with chains. He knows what he's talking about, but when she gets something wrong and he starts shouting at her, she just like flips him the bird and walks away and comes back when she's ready to study again. So it's going well. It's just, you know, he doesn't have the ability to enforce the discipline and like force her nose to the grindstone like he did with you. And she knows that he's kind of a dick. And she likes rubbing his face in it.
He's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Trying to think if Nolan would be upset at this or if he'd be more happy. Is she enjoying herself? I guess I'll ask her. Are you enjoying yourself, Sylvie?
I like the magic. I like this place. She looks around.
Problem.
There's no monsters. There aren't weird things happening in the night. There isn't that glazed over look in people's eyes. There's feeling here. There's emotion. The rage in his face. I tell him to fuck himself and walk away, and he's stuck down in that room in a straitjacket. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
Good. I've come back and I've decided to give you a little bit of a tutorial, some apprenticeship. Why don't you come with me?
She does.
Norm will take her to the laboratory and he's going to he's got the book. He probably is going to show her the correct moves. He doesn't even though he might not know the spell. It's mostly about like where the stuff is supposed to go. And he's going to tell her, I want you to cast Identify Potion. It's one of the first spells I have you learn, and I want to see how your progress is coming.
She will.
And he'll take the 2 potions out that he wants to know about. He'll put them on the desk. Take out the 2 pearls. He's going to have her powder them. And she's also going to take the gold and the owl feathers, and she's going to handle it.
Yeah, she will sit down in the room, clear the area, make it nice and clean, take the time to pick over everything, and at the very end, she'll ask you to remove any magical items from the room since it would taint the casting.
Yep, I'll move everything up.
Great. And then she will grind the pearl in the mortar into a fine dust. She'll sort of chop up the feather a little bit. She'll mix it with a little bit of wine. And
Norm will give her some pointers, help her out.
Yeah, the pronunciation of the exact syllables is difficult, and your pronunciation by this point, you're level 7, is exquisite.
Master.
Yeah, she's still working through it, but she can do it well enough. You can help her out here and there. And when the concoction is ready, she'll cast the spell into it and drop a single drop from the mixture into a potion, and its colors will turn, and she'll sniff the vapors that come out of it with just like a quick uncork and recork. And then she will tell you that it is a potion of water breathing.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then he'll let her do the next one, or are they the same?
She'll repeat the process, and it's the same. There are 2 potions of water breathing.
Fabulously done. I see that despite my ex-master's poor teaching skills, you are quite the apprentice, and you're learning perfectly.
Thank you. How long until I can go out there and be of more substantive assistance?
I'm gonna need you to put your head to the grindstone. might be able to take you on some more minor missions. If you'd be interested, maybe maybe you go with the B team, which is going to probably be Den and Ted, who is a two-headed ogre. You would be so lucky to meet them, and I think his name's Kalfu.
Mm-hmm.
I think you met him in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I need you really to focus up, and you need to get the second level spells if you want to go out there. Which means having to listen to the dirty old man.
Sighs heavily. Okay, I can do this. So second circle spells and then adventure.
Second circle spells, then adventure.
So much of the world to see. I got off that island and I've been here ever since, and this place is nice and it's different. I long to see other places, meet other people.
I'm going to take you there, Sylvie. You just have to do just this one more thing, and then we can go out and adventure together. He'll go pay a visit to Merlin. Gloat that he has gotten to the fourth circle of spells, something his master could only dream of.
Talk this
And,
cheap Nilrum.
He'll cast Dimension Door. He'll just, he probably knows how high up the next floor is. I'm sure he's spent
totally.
exclusive amounts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll just say 200 yards or whatever up. And vanish.
He ends up staring at you when you come back in.
He'll
How?
Dimension Door back down. Which will
Cheap
leave
tricks.
him reeling for one round
Oh, okay.
if he wants to do anything.
No, I mean he's straight
Okay.
jacket. He can't do anything. But when you're coming out of your reeling, he looks at you with sort of angry eyes. Cheap tricks, just an invisibility spell that you're pretending to be somewhere else with. I
He'll
know
shoot
how
4
to.
magic missiles. Not at him, just...
Phantasmal force, easy to replicate. Minor spells that
shakes his
way.
head.
Opium.
Shakes his head and walks away. He knows that he knows.
You can hear him muttering as you leave the room. There's no way he has the fourth circle of spells. He's not that smart. You couldn't have surpassed me by now. He's just my apprentice.
He'll call back. He bites his tongue. Never mind.
Yeah, he's not worth it. Right. Also here is Wiley. And I think it is your job there, Mr. Archie, to give Wiley his +2 dagger in his
Yeah.
stump.
Yes.
How do you tell him? What do you tell him? How is this done?
All right, Wiley. What's up, old friend?
Aye there, laddie. How's it going out on the big seas? Yeah.
Oh,
You seen any mermaids lately?
No mermaids, but you know what?
Ah.
The waves, sometimes they're enough.
I mean,
But-
when they stack up on each other, they sort of look like a pair of tits out on the sea, don't they? I mean, if you
Not
squint your eyes really hard and turn slightly to the side.
You know, people keep saying things like that, and I don't. You know, sometimes when I look at a wave, I just see a wave. Although sometimes they kind of look like a fist, don't you think? Anyway, I got this. I got something for you. Check this out.
Oh.
Now I'll wave the dagger in front of him.
Oh, what's this? A child's dagger?
It's actually I think it's actually magical. I think that's what they tell me.
A magic dagger.
I
Looks
think
just
so,
like
yeah.
ordinary pink rock to me. Looks like sandstone. He goes over and starts to rub his hand against it, and immediately cuts himself and pulls back his
Yeah.
one good hand. By the gods, what the
You
hell is
idiot.
this?
Anyway, we got this. We have a bunch of them, and we thought you should have one of these. And I actually think we could make this fit in your
In your stump?
Yeah, and your stump. That's right. You think that'd be cool?
Oh, I certainly do, but what's the catch, lad?
Does listen, you know I'm not the brightest. You know they don't always tell me everything, and when they do, I don't really understand it. But from what I
I don't know
understand,
that, lad. I've never heard that before.
that's some people tell me that. But regardless, I think I think we just want you to have this as a symbol of power and as a symbol that you're part of the crew because we conquered the salute, and it's the pirates' code. You know it. We gotta share it with the top lads.
You're giving me a magic dagger. Just cause.
Because you're part of the crew. You know that that's important to me.
Ain't no one ever given Wiley nothing. He's had to work for everything his whole life. I had to work for the
Well-
stump, you know.
You've been in some awful crews, and also Wiley, don't tell me you haven't worked for this.
Oh, Archie, I goes to wipe away a tear with his daggered hand and kind of pokes himself in the face and cleans with his left hand. Sand. It's a windy day down here in the dungeons.
It is.
Sand in my eyes.
Quite windy, yeah.
Thank you, Archie. You're a better man than most.
Hey, don't thank me. I'm just doing the deed. This is all Captain John, okay? He's the best captain.
You're telling
That's why
me
he's
Captain
around.
John attached this dagger to me stump?
I'll help you attach it. I can do it. I can work with the wood.
Well, what I'm saying, lad, is that maybe Captain John had a hand in this. But who is it here? Fastening a magic dagger to old Wiley's stump, huh? Who's the one who actually puts in the time to make it happen? Who's the man who's here, down in the trenches, with his comrades, doing the hard work and the hard labor?
It's the hands to Captain John's brain. That's what it is.
Oh, it's enough emotional talk from me. Let's, you fasten it in, and he turns it around a few times. He quickly goes over to the kitchen, like, whaps a carrot in half, and looks pretty pleased with himself. That's, mighty splendid there, Archie. What can I do
Pretty
for you
good,
in
isn't it?
return? Please. There's got to be something.
Just keep doing what you're doing, Wiley. That's why we gave it to you.
Thank you. Well, how's little Bobby doing? Is he getting along okay over there without me? You know, someone's got to keep that lad in line.
I'm sure the rest of the crew is doing a mighty fine job at keeping that old lad. We taught them well. We taught them how to handle Bobby, didn't we?
That you did. That you did. Well, I guess that's that's enough shit and chat for me. Right. And
Right.
he walks off.
Archie feels very pleased that he could do something nice for his crew.
Yeah. Okay. Well, also here in the area are Sora, Mary Beth, and Shoshana. Now, Sora is that pretty decent fighter that used to be on that ship that you captured and stole and now own. Mary Beth and Shoshana, I believe one of them is working as a cleric apprentice, and one of them is working as a up-and-coming fighter. Right? Yeah. They're
Yep.
both second level. Although Mary Beth only has 2 HP. Did she roll 2 1s, or did we not roll her second D8?
I distinctly remember her having dog shit health. Because was it Mary? Is she the one who did divination?
Yeah.
I don't think we ever gave her second level, but I could be wrong.
Character sheet says second level, but we might not have rolled her HP.
I think she leveled, but I don't think we rolled her HP. Because I remember her having 2 health on level 1, and like we were on that boat where
Yeah.
we got the fighter.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
think
it.
it's
Sail.
time to roll
HP
it.
roll.
Yeah, Sail, do it.
You've got
What am I rolling?
1d8.
You've got the best HP rolls. You can
Okay,
do it.
I'm praying for a 7. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Good.
I should roll
nice.
everyone's HP. The HP
You really should.
god.
I might get you to roll mine, actually.
Archie rolls attack rolls. I roll HP.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how we do.
okay. Shoshana has probably rolled for HP. She's got 10 right now. That sounds like 2 die rolls.
Like
to
2
me.
die rolls.
Yeah.
I thought
Is Sylvie still level 1?
Let's take a look over here. Sylvie is 2nd level as well. And I do believe that she needs an HP roll because she's only got 3 right now.
But we just
So-
agreed that Potato would roll them. No, you can roll it.
You
mate.
just
But
roll an
I-
eight. That's the
I've
thing.
used my good roll. I'm sorry.
I told you, dude. I told you.
Oh.
It's alright, I got no one's bad roll out of the way.
Wait. It should be D6. She's a wizard.
It's in the range, right? We always,
Yeah, it's well, if you roll outside, you got to re-roll it. But if you roll inside, then you're not changing
Yeah.
any of the stats.
And you're forgetting the second part of that rule, Neil, which is
What?
yeah, only if it benefits.
Only if it benefits Neil.
If
Yeah.
only if it benefits Neil, is it allowed? Yes.
That sounds ridiculous. I would never.
Is it?
That's
Absolutely.
a ridiculous rule. Right. So Sylvie's 2nd level. Were there any spells that you wanted her to try to learn that she had failed to learn the first time around?
Probably not right now. I'll figure it out eventually.
Cool. Cool.
We'll just do a bunch of rolling in the future on her.
Yeah, that's fine. And there's also Sora here, which doesn't need any finagling.
Is she the higher level fighter?
She is the higher
Yeah.
level fighter. Yeah.
Well, I need to have a conversation with Sale about her because
She's like
the
5th
thing,
level, right?
the thing with her is she's too dangerous to not be fully in. So
Well, Nilrim will... He probably has told you about the book already that he has on... I don't think he would have.
well, I think I want to have a conversation with Sale about this. What did you say her name was? Neil Sora.
Sora.
She's probably been kept a prisoner until now because she's too powerful. I'll say to Sale, we got to do something about Sora. We're wasting her talents keeping her locked up here, but she's the best fighter in this place. Once we're gone, by none, and she could cause some real hell if she wasn't committed. I think she needs to go through your ritual. If she's suitable, we can make use of her. If she's not, then he can have her. But it's no use just feeding her, leaving her locked up.
Well, you're worried about her loyalties? Has she shown any reason to be? I mean, what's
Well,
the damage she could do?
She's a prisoner. I'm just saying. I'd like to make use of her. She's a strong fighter. We could put her to use, but I'm not going to put her out there in the world unless I'm certain she can be trusted.
Sure. When did we capture Sora?
She was on the ship that we hijacked.
The ship where I flexed on that captain lady?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Captain. We can do the ritual. I will make the necessary preparations, and we will do it tonight.
When you go and have a chat with her, tell her what she's in for. Make sure she knows the stakes that she needs to be brought in, or she'll be headed to the depths for a slow death. Maybe word it better than that. I'll leave it to you anyway.
I'll make her an offer she can't refuse, Captain.
Something like that, yeah. Sleeping with the fishes comes to mind. I'm not sure why. And I'll leave.
That was a great joke.
Thank you. Yeah, okay. I think well, our plan is to go to the outer rim, but I think we should finish all this NPC stuff first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you want to do that
No
now?
one's gonna go around and ESP everybody. Anybody feeling murderous? Anybody have any wacky plans? Like, mainly Merlin. Does he have any wacky plans where he's trying to escape? Because last time he figured out he had the spoon or whatever.
Mm-hmm. When you ESP on Merlin, his thoughts are on you and the spells you can cast, and he's going over them in detail. And he's got a sharp mind. He's a clever man. He might be an asshole and sort of a villain, but he's still sharp. And he's looking for any answer that could explain your amount of power. It's like, this can't be. There's no way he's this. is. Remember back in the house? Remember the things he did to me in the house? He's gotta be. He's gotta be as strong as he says he is. He's got every reason to lie. No, he doesn't have any reason to lie. He's got me captive. He doesn't need to show me off to me. My God. I created a monster? Am I responsible? He's just like lost in his own thoughts about you. He's sort of obsessed with who you are at this point and
He's
who
obsessed
you've
with me.
become. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else feeling anything weird or? I know Wiley's happy, probably.
Yeah, Wiley's just like, they gave me a dagger, a magic dagger. It's the best day of my life. Obamna is probably the only person. Well, Obamna and Janet are the only ones of interest really here at this point in time. People have still been giving shit to Obamna for breaching, running aground on that sandbar when he had been specifically told not to come up this way by you, and then he was forced to do it, and now everyone gives him shit all the time, and he's like, he can't escape their
Yeah, good.
their derision.
Navigation 101, man. You should run up on a sandbank like that, Obama.
Yeah. So he's pretty frustrated with the other folks around and is really like looking for an opportunity to prove himself or otherwise find a way to get other people's opinion about him to change so that he doesn't have to live with this over his head for a long time. Janet is the other one of interest. She has been working remember, she was the cook that was captured way back when from the Goblin Town.
The fish and chips lady.
Yeah, the fish and chips lady. And she's been working as a cook here for a bunch of, nasty ass pirates for a long time. And she was sort of close with John Brophy. Now that he's gone and she's just left here, like, she finds herself sort of disassociated from everyone. Wiley's the only one here who she really has any sort of connection with or gets along with in any way, shape, or form. And the others are all kind of treating her just like a cook, or like how a pirate would treat a captive cook. And so her thoughts have been about escape. She can hear the sounds coming from the docks on like windy days, especially at the nights when there's like a little party happening out on the docks on Flotsam Island and on Port Ferris. She can hear like the laughter of the people having a good time, the calls of, last call for beer. She wants to escape. She wants to get to Port Ferris and get away from all of these pirates who, lock her in the kitchens.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna go to Wiley. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, can I just? I mean, I know I didn't know this because it's ESP, but I think we should send her to Sulphur Island. If she's mates with Brophy, she can cook our food there. I think that kind of works quite well. We don't need like a gourmet chef here.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go about it a little bit of a different way. He's gonna go to Wiley, and he's going to let him know that he senses there's something off with Janet, but we don't want to use Stick here. I think we want to use Carrot, and I think that we need to start giving Janet some respect. If you don't respect her around here, you don't get her food.
Oh.
And I'm going to let her know that. If anybody disrespects her at any time, she can revoke food privileges for them inside the base for the entire day. Does that sound amicable to you?
He looks around. I mean, you're the captain, sir. You say whatever you say goes.
No, nods. I am the captain. And he thinks about that a little bit. He's gonna go and he informs her, asks her how she's doing, tells her that he always enjoys her meals, and he's noticed the distinct lack of respect around here. So he calls together a meeting and he lets everybody know, if you mess with the cook may choose to either give you food or not. New rule of the house. He also
immediately
in her ear,
oh man, but she's just a prisoner.
Norm shrugs his shoulders. I don't make the rules. He also whispers in her ear, I hope that helps.
I'm
And
gonna
then he
give
walks off,
her a surprise and horror check. She looks at you wide-eyed, not really sure what you're talking about, but like kind of understanding that you know more than you should. Thank you. Oh, and that should solve that. Well,
Wonderful.
everything back at the base seems to be going smoothly. Wiley's got a magic weapon. Mary Beth and Shoshana are coming along. Sora might need some, bringing into the fold or getting rid of entirely. Sylvie's got some new levels and some extra HP. All is going well. Is it time?
You think it is? So we're heading to the east of the Outer Rim, I believe, which is where we were originally headed. To just cause some shit, maybe kill a couple of Inquisitors.
We want a boat, right, Nick?
Yeah, we want to steal a ship, and we want to kill a couple of Inquisitors and just raise hell, steal some gold, steal some taxes, and get a ship that we can give to Brophy.
Yeah. Okay, well, if we look at the Outer Rim on the far east side, we can see that there's a whole lot of nothing, a whole bunch of islands that we've never explored. There's Jamuba, which we've been to, and then this island we've heard of called Virex, which is supposed to be like a big farming and outpost station and one of like the, a rather significant island on the Outer Rim. But everything else is a big mystery.
Can you remind us of Jamuba?
It's
Yes.
the island that we fucked over and killed
There was
priest
the
who died.
tower.
So that's where,
Oh, yeah, I remember that place.
all
too.
right, that's where Kalfu is from, and all that.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
Kalfu's from.
Can we ask Wiley? Does he know of any, other interesting islands?
Oh, well, what sort of island are you looking for, lad? There's all sorts of things of interest on the Outer Rim. I could tell you about islands where large monsters roam, big as a tree, long as a tree, too. Just huge creatures, fearsome monsters. There's
Do you have any
islands.
pretty islands of just like tons and tons of grass fields on the Outer Rim?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Do you want fields of grass untouched by man, sort of wilds and with a little
Fields
village?
of grass tamed by man.
Oh, well then Virex. Virex is the place for you, lad. Virex has got huge grasslands and farmlands, rivers and mountains, and a forest on the far north side. It's got a big bay with a couple of little villages surrounding it, and it's got a fortress overlooking a lake. Virex, one of the large farming islands out on the Outer Rim, also one of the homes of the White Prince's outposts. Lots of little towns on it. It's one of the most populous, and yet one of the best farming places. It also has.
Does that
sort of
sound,
a-
Captain?
That sounds good. That sounds like the kind of place we want to be hitting if we want to be making the final blow.
And on.
Force them off the Outer Rim. Well, I think we forgot about the. I don't know. Sorry, Sale, if you don't want to do it now, but the ritual for Sora.
Oh, we haven't left yet, have we?
Yeah, no.
I have
We
to go
just
talk
fixed-
to her, and then I'll do the ritual. We can do it after
Yeah.
the conversation with Wiley. About
Wiley, Sylvia also needs to, I don't want to be the person of discipline, kind of like her father figure and everything. So
Aye.
I'm going to leave that to you. She needs to put her nose to the grindstone. She can tell Merlin to fuck off, but I need 10 hours of work in her a day.
Aye.
Reading, studying, doing magic.
Oh, discipline is good for the soul. I have this one crewmate on a ship of mine. He gets ready to tell you a long story.
He goes on. I let him.
He goes on about, this crewmate that he had. He brought him on. He had the right spirit, but he just didn't really put the elbow grease in. When he was told to swab the decks, he went through the motions, but was clearly daydreaming about other things.
Can't be doing that.
So Wiley knew what it was to get a man to work, to make a man want to work. Wiley knows what you can do. See, if they don't work, you give them other things. You give them worse jobs. You give them the downest, dirtiest, nasty jobs that no one wants to do. You know what the dirtiest, nastiest job around this pit is? Cleaning out the, what do you call it? The gelatinous cube pit. It smells like shit. There's shit lining the walls, piss all over the place. The cube eats up what it can, but it's still, you can't just leave it like that. So you gotta rappel down the wall and clean the shit off, and if you slip and fall, you land in the cube and die. It's a terrible job. No one wants to do that. So we tell her, anytime I think she's looking like she's got too much time on her hands, into the gelatinous cube pit to clean the shit off the walls, and I'll make sure I drink extra prune juice and angle my ass backwards to really spray it in a big area. I can get this done. I'll get her to
Thank
work
you, Wiley.
hard.
Anytime she's not practicing magic, I want her to be reading. I have left her some required reading, and it's books that he got back. It'll be good, interesting novels for her about another island, so I'm sure that she'll be interested.
I might not know what those books contain, but I can tell when someone's eyes are unfocused and they've drifted off in their head. That's when you strike. That's when you get the dagger in their gut. If they're your enemy, they're your friend or your apprentice. Well, you get the flat of this blade and you whap them across the back of the head and tell them to focus. Eventually, they'll get around to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Wiley, we'll keep her on task.
Right.
And I think...
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I think it's Sail's turn.
Yes, I will make my way down to wherever Sora is being held captive.
Yes. Sora, the 6th level fighter with half plate mail. There she is, in a prison cell, sitting cross-legged. The door opens. She opens her eyes as you step in. Cleric.
Hello. Good to see you. Have you, I'll look around the room. Been enjoying your stay?
And for a prison run by pirates, it's not as bad as I would have thought.
You haven't been tortured and you've been fed, right? You've reasonably well looked after.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't think you were on the torture list, so that's good to hear. Now, out of curiosity, how would you feel about being given a job? You must be bored in this cave, right? Or, well, cage. You must want to stretch your legs.
Yes.
There's two things our crew really values. It's people who are useful, people who tell the truth. Now, we have a couple of ways to make people useful, even if they don't want to be. But the most useful people are the people who are good at something. And I got a glimpse of you fighting, and I reckon you're a good fighter. I think you'd be useful as a fighter. But if you don't want to fight, we will find another use for you. The slime pit needs mucking out. Could always use someone doing that.
I used to fight for a lord. Used to belong to a house. What do you want me to fight now? As a mercenary? As a captive? As a slave soldier? What are we talking about?
Well, depends on the day. One day you could be fighting White Prince's men. The next you could be knee-deep in a swamp, fighting a crocodile half the size of a house. Who knows what you're going to be up against here. But you will be well paid, and you will be well fed. And your life won't be thrown away pointlessly. And you might just get a chance to retire, if you can make it. Now, there is a bit of a price you have to pay here.
She's listening.
We have a way to ensure loyalty. There's a ritual that we do, and we have you judged by the god who lives under the sea. And if he deems you worthy, the sea will be forever your friend. But if he doesn't, I'll slowly draw my thumb across my neck.
I see. What is this thing that finds me worthy?
Well, it's basically a measure of how loyal you'll be. If he thinks you're a liar, he'll pull you to the bottom.
Who is he?
He's a friend of mine, you know? I'm not going to tell you who he is, but he will be judging you.
Mm-hmm.
You have the option to refuse, of course, but we might just drag you up there and have you judged anyway. Generally, it goes better if you volunteer. But I could talk to the crew and see if you want to stay in the cage forever.
No. As I see it, I've been here quite some time. I actually don't know how many days have passed. How long has it been since...
I'm going to be honest with you. We kind of forgot you were down here. It's probably been a few months, and for that, we'll give you back. We'll give you like some back pay if you sign up.
Fair.
Huh?
Listen, we've got a lot on our plate. Okay, we just got back from an island where we had to fight a stone golem thing, and we damn near got crushed by the roof of the place. Listen, nothing you've got to worry about. Are you in or are you out?
My choices are between living in this prison for the rest of my life or fighting alongside the pirates who overtook my ship and killed my men and now have imprisoned me for 8 months.
Yeah, but you do have a choice.
And if I don't pass the test, I die?
Well, we never see them again, so that could be ambiguous.
She gets to her feet, dusts herself off a little bit. Well, if I'm going to die, I'd rather die quickly than languish in a prison for a long time. And I'll see who this person is, and if their tests are worth my time to pass.
If he likes you enough, he might give you a gift. I'll be back in a couple of hours to get you, and then I'll prepare the ritual.
All right. She will pace in her cell, thinking about who this mysterious person is, counting the markings that she's made on the wall. There have been, according to her account, it has been 8 months since she's been captured by you, and almost all that time has been spent in this bedroom, this cell. You can get your ritual together. Who is going to be present for it? Is it the whole crew, or is it just Sail and her?
Anyone who has been through the ritual has the right to witness another ritual.
Yeah, I would
Haven't
be
been
there.
through it. If you haven't been through it, you don't get to observe.
Gotcha.
I haven't been through it, but I've seen him. Is that fine?
I think we would make an exception for Nealrum.
We're
because-
accepting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one will show up.
Nealrum and Wiley. Like, if you're high ranking enough, you can get past that exception. But if you're just like Gawker, you don't get to
Has Wiley never been through the ritual?
Wiley's loyalty is ironclad. Okay, absolutely.
Yeah,
I would
we're not
trust
gonna risk
Wiley.
Wiley.
All right.
Now, however, if Wiley is on his deathbed, we will send him through in the hopes that he comes back with tentacles instead of his little wooden things.
True.
Alrighty. You can bring Sora out to the sea. Bring her down by the water. And we've been through this ritual before, but it's been a while since we've heard it in game. Can you just give me like a quick recap of what it's like?
Sure. I was working on like a full write-up of like the Holy Sacrament of the Undersea Pact or whatever it was going to be
Nice.
called. But the basic principle is the person is processed through to the coastline. I'm wearing a robe of like seaweed or just clams or whatever I could find in like the local areas, kind of a gown of sea detritus. then words are spoken. They are made to drink seawater. They are made to eat the flesh, the living flesh of a sea creature like a crab or lobster or something like that.
Mhm.
And then they are forcibly drowned in the water.
Oof.
And at the second they're about to die, I cast water breathing on them and then ask Rohit to judge them.
Excellent. Well, we can go through this ceremony. You can don your robes, force her into the water. You can cast water breathing as the waves come over her and Rohi drags her out to sea. Do you tell her Rohi's name before the ceremony?
The only time they'll hear it is as they're dying.
Hmm. Well, Sora, let's give you your roll.
Now I want to be on Sora's side here. I want her to succeed, okay? Divine intervention.
The waves come up. They crash over Sora. They drag her out into the water. She disappears, turning and tumbling under the darkened waves. A few minutes will pass when she pops up on the shore. Her hands now sort of tied behind her back with kelp somehow. It's twisted its way around her wrists, and she finds herself, you find her, thrown up on the beaches, her eyes like wide with terror. She has seen something that she was not ready to see. There was something there that has stricken her with fear throughout her. When she is able to breathe, she's done coughing up her water and sand, she stares directly at you, Sail. When you take your first step towards her, she turns over onto her back and begins to kick away from you a little bit.
You've been judged worthy. Where are you going? And I'll drag her back on shore.
Here. He looks around with the rest of my drowned brethren. She stops and stares at Wiley for a moment. She stops and looks at Nilram for a moment. Her eyes pass over Archie, and there's sort of like a sigh of relief when she sees Archie, and they stop there. She waits for, if Archie's meeting her eyes, she'll give you some sort of camaraderie nod of I know what you've been through. I can see that you've been through the same thing as me.
Yeah, okay. Archie does not understand what she's going for, but he's gonna keep looking at her in the eyes because that's what he's learned to do.
Good old Archie.
So the second half of the ritual, after someone has been judged worthy, is we just generally have a feast, and they hang out and they get to acclimatize to the horrifying event that they've experienced.
Wait, did we not have a brand as well?
Oh shit! Yeah,
We did have
have a
a
brand.
Is a brand,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a brand. She got Brandon.
Sorry, it was in the fine print.
Yeah.
You thought it was over.
However, it is sort of a thing where everyone wears their brand out during the feast, and we're all drinking and everything.
She takes the branding in stride. She'll wince a little bit, but doesn't cry out. And when we all sit down to feasting, she makes her way over to Archie and makes sure to sit next to him during the feast. And a few bites in, once everyone's, having a better time of things, once, what's her name? Already forgotten it.
Sorry.
Captain's the only one who can't eat, right?
Well,
I can eat.
He can masticate.
eat.
He just can't.
Nothing too liquid.
Yeah.
Sora is her name.
No, yeah, Janet. Once Janet has, not fed a couple of people who were being
okay.
assholes earlier in the day, she gives them food after everyone's been served, but, she just sort of skipped them over. Sora will speak to Archie. You've seen that thing too, right? I saw flashes of you while I was down there. You swallowed it? All the way?
Wait, you mean the squid?
Is that what it is? Squid?
We're having a feast right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're probably having some grilled octopus or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And wave a piece of it, like this kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Swallowed it up.
What did it do to you?
Archie's gonna pause for a second. He wasn't prepared to have a conversation about this with someone. Well, when I was down there, I asked the guy that I should never be afraid again. I never wanted to be afraid again, and ever since then, even when my friends got very afraid, I haven't been afraid.
She showed me things. It showed me things. It showed me you, and it showed me you swallowing the squiddy thingy.
Yeah.
And so I let it into me as well. Thought it would just choke me and kill me, and I'd be out of this. Seen things. Seen what's happening in the center of near the storm, near the center of the Dardanelles, on the 5 islands down there. Just brief glimpses. And I've seen
When
the
Archie
White
was
Prince.
down there, he didn't see anything like this, right? He doesn't
No,
recognize it at all?
this is totally
Okay.
different story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the White Prince. I saw his face. A young man, strong, tall, charismatic leader. And I saw him walk into this fountain, this like bubbling fountain on top of a mountain, resting in there and seeing his face tighten up and like get even younger somehow. And I saw him without the mask. I saw his like aged, wrinkled, desiccated head. This like, shriveling, large eyes, the flesh pulled tight across his skeleton. Seen the face of the monster. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I have no fucking idea. I look around. Is John anywhere near?
Yeah, John's like right over there.
Hey, John. Magic Man? Nilrim?
What is it, Archie? Getting to know our new friend.
Where's Sale?
Sale's here.
You guys need to hear this. This is crazy. She
Hey, let's hang on, guys. I'll make sure everyone gets up and we'll come over and listen in private, not shout across the whole table.
Yeah.
So civilized.
She's been down there. I know it. She's seen similar things to me. There's no way she doesn't know it. You guys should. She's got some things to say.
Let's hear it then.
I saw the White Prince's face. I saw him as a youngish man in his 30s, strong and tall and charismatic, good head of hair, and saw him sit in a fountain atop a mountain. And I saw him grow younger into his 20s.
Well.
And then I saw the masks like slip off of him, and I saw him for who he is. I saw him for the maybe hundreds of year old man, the delicate bones, the taut skin that like is taut across the face but sags from the jowls, the oversized eyes, the distended belly and kneecaps. That man is pure evil? I don't know. He's something. I don't think I'll ever get that face out of my eyes again.
He's not
Out of my
everything he's
mind.
cracked up to be. Don't worry. That's what we're here for, to get rid of him.
She looks to Sail. I thought you were just a bunch of pirates who wanted to pillage and murder and steal and take what you wanted.
Well,
I didn't realize that there was something on the line, a cause worth fighting for. This man, this White Prince.
Sorry, you seem shook up. You still hold your blade? You can still fight?
Want to test me, Captain?
We're heading to the east, to Virex, to wipe out the White Prince's presence there. Maybe now you've seen the truth. Maybe now you know what we're up against and what we're trying to achieve here. Maybe you're ready to come along. The rest of our brothers and sisters aren't quite ready. But Sale and Archie tell me that maybe you are.
She nods enthusiastically. Yes, I've spent my whole life serving other people because it was the appropriate social thing to do. For the first time in my life, I feel encouraged by a cause.
And you understand, if we're to save the Outer Rim from the White Prince, if we're to dissuade the people of the Rim from seeking his protection and being loyal to him, that perhaps innocent blood must be spilled. The people must be shown that the White Prince cannot protect them.
Captain, maybe instead of her coming with us, when we get our new ship, she could lead a second troop.
Perhaps, but I
There's
think
a lot of
first,
islands. I
well,
agree,
why
first she could
don't
join
she?
us.
Because she can come with us and show
For this mission.
resolve.
I think our loyalty has been secured, though, Captain. I think that's been demonstrated.
More successful than we expected.
It seems some of us have an affinity for the drowned one.
She
Indeed.
looks at you directly, Sail. Thank you. I thought you were going to just kill me. But thank you.
That was an option, but I'm glad this is the outcome.
In the morning, speak to Wiley and make sure you set yourself up with some weapons. You might even still have your weapons that we took from you when we captured the ship. Get them sharp. Make sure you're ready to fight.
Fight well enough and you might get one of these, and I'll show her the sandstone dagger on my hip.
She nods in approval. She'll go get her weapons. She'll have, talk to Wiley to get all her stuff. And
Yeah.
as everyone is stepping away, going back to wherever, or as the feast finishes up, maybe, she finds an opportunity to speak with Nilrum. And
What
she'll
up?
approach you, Nilrum.
Welcome to the crew, I guess.
Thank you. The drowned one, he whose name I know not to speak, showed me that you've never participated in Sail's ritual before.
Oh yeah, I got grandfathered in. I don't really have to do that stuff. But, I help out when I can. I recently destroyed a temple for him.
Don't
Hopefully
you
he
wanna
appreciates
know?
it.
Don't you want to know what he'll show you? The promises, the
shrugs.
gifts?
I'm not big into giving my everlasting soul to someone or something, even if it be, the deity, he says, because he's talking to a religious fanatic now.
I hope you change your mind one day, brother, she says, and puts a hand on your shoulder. Quickly, and then
Nilrum.
leaves it,
Nilrum takes it off and says, thank you.
Okay, that's good enough. All right. Party together. Everyone gathered. NPCs taken care of. It's time. To Virex? To the far
To Virex.
side?
Virex, yeah. I agree bringing her along on this mission. I don't think having her around forever is good for...
Yeah, I agree.
Just
We
the
don't
other
want,
guy.
because she's too powerful to really just have us in.
We already got that. We already got one in Scoria, so...
Yeah.
I before we head out at some point, I want to gather Sail
Club.
and the Undead Club, for a little meeting and talk to them a little bit because talking to that lady kind of did some things to Archie. So
Is
guys,
this the three of us without Nilrum?
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
no one would be there.
I've been thinking, and maybe Sail, do you remember when we almost left the Outer Rim and we couldn't?
Yeah, I remember.
It's like we're bound to this place, right? And the guy, I look left, I look right. Rohit. He's done a lot for us, But I think he
That's
wants
true.
us to do things for him.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's what we're doing,
it feels
right?
like, yeah. I feel like it feels like it's almost like we're his crew, and he's our captain. And
The
maybe
ship of life.
maybe this is what it was. Maybe this is how it was supposed to be. Maybe this is where we belong. Maybe working for him, being his crew. Maybe that's what we're supposed to be doing. Maybe that's why we're here. Maybe that's why our ship crashed here.
I think. Yeah, I agree, Archie. Let's be honest. No ship captained by me would have crashed as easily as that. Must have been the work of a god.
Yeah. And maybe if we fulfill what he wants from us, you know, if we prove ourselves to him as a loyal crew, we'll be able to rank up and become powerful and fulfill what we're supposed to be doing here. You know, I think we got something going. Maybe this is all not so bad. Maybe this is all how it was supposed to go.
Maybe. I think for a moment, a brief flicker of hope in my eyes.
I think what you say is right. The first time I met him, he showed me a vision of you three on the beach, and that I was supposed to keep you alive. So at least some of it has been planned from the beginning.
Except it's not keeping you alive. At least until recently.
I feel like I put my life on the line a lot of times on Flotsam Island for you guys.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a wild ride. Hey, that Sora woman. She was talking about that fountain. And Norum's always talking about.
The one that gives you everlasting life.
Well, I didn't really believe him. Thought it was maybe a tale that you tell kids or something like that, a legend. Maybe it's real, and if it is real, maybe it could help with my situation.
It could possibly. I think magic is deep and strange and confusing, but I think there is a glimmer of hope, either through Rohit. I'll stop myself from saying it out loud. Through him or the fountain, there might be a way to give you back some life. Although I was talking to Janet, and I was trying to figure out maybe there's we can make food spicy enough to where you can taste it again. We're working on something.
Yeah, great. I look forward to that. I don't hold a lot of hope for that. As good of a cook as Janet is.
I the taste thing really sucks. But listen, my only concern is that the fountain is probably the most powerful thing in the world, if indeed it does what it says. And who knows? Maybe using it corrupts you or whatever. Nilrum's after it too, so maybe by the time we get there, if we ever do, if you want to use it, maybe only one person can use it at a time, and you and Nilrum are gonna come to blows over that.
Well, when we first met you, Sail, and you were going on about this thing under the sea, I could tell that something had happened to your soul in there, and you weren't really the man that maybe you were before that crash. And then the same thing sort of happened to Archie, and then it came for me. Nilrum might think he's better than us, that he's avoided it, but before he steps foot in that fountain, things are going to change for him. I know it. I can sense it. None of us at the end of this will be who we were when we started. So maybe things will look different then.
I think you're right, Captain. I feel like I become a different person every year since this has all began.
No?
Like my purpose and being has changed. I barely even remember being a stupid little farm boy with a big mouth.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, Sail.
I burst out laughing.
Well, as nice as all this is, we need to get going. I think if what we're all saying here is true, then killing the Inquisitor from Virex, killing the guards there, making a show of it, forcing the prince off the Outer Rim, that's the first step in this long journey.
His kingdom will become a prison. We'll capture each ring and slowly tighten the noose around him.
Yeah. And I think give them both a knowing nod, and we'll head off to go and, get ready or whatever.
We'll do a secret undead handshake that Nilrum doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Nor would he care about.
Copium.
Right.
Okay, so our plan is to first go out there, pillage/find a boat, drop that off, and then go to Virex and fuck a person up.
Oh, I was thinking we just steal a boat from Virex.
Could work as well.
But I think maybe we should check on Jamuba on the way, because that's where we fucked a bunch of shit up over there, and like even had them all
We have
paying
our place
taxes to me, right?
instituted. Yeah, that's still chilling, I think, right?
So, well, I'm expecting that the White Prince has been there and crushed it. So that it might be that we want to reassert authority on Jamuba and go and kill the shit on Virex.
Didn't you like abolish tax on Jamuba? So they're just been all like.
Yeah, but I took all the taxes and then was like having everyone come and like pay homage and then give them some gold.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
All
And I
right,
left
we
someone
find a
in
ship, we find a
charge.
ship.
But I'm not sure what happened to him. Yeah. So I think we sail to Jamuba first to check on that, and then we'll go to Virex. And if we come across a suitable ship, then we shall take it, I guess.
Sure. As you sail out of port, out of the secret island entrance and exit, and make your way around the outer rim. Not sure who would note this. Would everyone? No, you know what? I think it's definitely Nilrum. Nilrum and Sail. You note there is a ship that has arrived in Port Ferris. A lot of ships come and go. We don't normally talk about the other boats that you see or the other boats that are docked. But something about this one catches your attention. It's the flag that they're flying. Is this the right? I want to make sure I get the right symbol for us. It's flying. Oh, that's not how it works. Oh.
Score his
no.
flag, Nick.
Christ. No, it's they're flying a flag with a symbol on it. It is the symbol that a generalist cleric would use. It's like the symbol of the gods. It's like the generalized divine symbol of all deities, of like
Pick a
the
side.
pantheon.
Is this in Flotsam? Sorry.
Yeah, this is in Port Ferris in Flotsam.
That's a pretty good sign.
Where is? Got it. It is uploading. Looks like this.
Nice.
That's the symbol.
Where is it again?
It should be in roll 20 in the middle of the screen, in theory.
I'll refresh.
Weird. So, looks like they've kind of already cast themselves away from the White Prince then. I wonder if something happened to... What was the other woman there? Because... Go
Could
on.
it be a visiting cleric from an outer kingdom?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
You think?
It could be worth.
Probably just someone visiting him.
Could be
Yeah.
worth saying hello or keeping a track on where they go or something.
Has there been more ships coming than usual, Neal, while we've been here?
You know, you only stopped in here for a day or two. You've been busy with rituals and whatnot. You're only catching this as you leave. And I don't know if it's enough to really divert your attention away from your current mission, but it's something to think about as you sail away. A symbol like this, like a generalist cleric, a ship especially flying such a flag in the Dardanelles, is bizarre.
No, it's on a ship.
It's a flag on a ship.
Oh, but it's not on... It's not like the town itself is flying it.
No.
it's a new
It's just
ship that came
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Interesting.
Okay. We take note.
okay. Well, that's all.
Yeah, and there's much else we can do. Yeah.
Well, our party sets sail. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll see if there are any encounters along the way, or if our party makes the way all along the outer rim to safety and gets to Virex. Catch you guys on the
Goodbye.
other side. Bye-bye.
Bye. Sorry.
Imagine being.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our pirate crew is getting themselves together. Who are we taking on this mission? Why don't we come back to the
Us and
base?
Sora.
It's just the four of you and Sora.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'll ask the captain. Do you want to bring her along, Sylvie? She will be of no use. And may die.
No, I think we
Really
just bring
selling it.
Sora, right?
Yep. Good. Sorry, Sylvie. Captain said no. Again, second circle.
She mutters to herself, but obeys.
Oh, you also have to obey Wiley. while I'm gone.
Yeah.
Good luck. He smiles.
And out the crew goes. You see that ship, but we're not dealing with it. And we go round the rim, looking for adventure, looking for this island, looking for Virex. It's just
Also
a
ships,
vibe.
if needed. We're going to Jamuba first, by the way.
Right, right. Pull out the big old table. The ships that you see on the way are mostly small fishing boats. There's a, a merchant vessel that is headed already deep into the center of the storm. You catch them only at the very edge of your spyglass, and they're already headed pretty far in. To go and chase after them would probably add 5 or 6 days to your journey. I'm assuming you're not chasing just any old thing.
Seems fine. No.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm pretty certain we're gonna find ships at the
Yeah, we'll be right.
at the place we're going to. Yeah.
Yeah. A few days later, you arrive in Jamuba, or at least you begin to sail right on past it. There's that old watchtower, that fortress that you attacked. There's no White Prince flag flying from it whatsoever. The harbor still has a little bit of a mast sticking out of it from the ship that was sunk by Sail's lightning bolts. Town seems to be fine. It's there. It's intact. There's people going about their business on shore. You're sailing right past that mountain range that guards it.
Maybe we
Past
should
the
just let him
rocks.
go, Captain. Seems like they're not working with the White Prince. Seems fine. I think if we go, we just might cause trouble.
No, you're right. I mean, if it doesn't look like the White Prince has reclaimed the place, then I don't think we need to make too much fuss here. We can probably just carry on.
The days slip by. New Year's comes and goes. Any particular New Year's resolutions or New Year's plans or ceremonies or things that you want to be doing?
I don't think so.
Not a part of the Undead Club, so
Not for me, anyway.
probably wouldn't get invited.
True.
Sale comes from a village where they don't do New Year's resolutions.
My
Meat.
God. What sort of backwards place is this? Seven, 14. Okay. On the 14th of January, we sail in, or sail near Virex. You're coming down from the north in this situation, on the inside of the island. And you know which island it is in line. You've been counting your islands, and you come to the one, and it sort of matches Wiley's description. It's got this big, rugged, dry mountain range along the west side of it. And all these little creeks that flow into one river that flows into a town right here and pours out. But as you're sailing down from the north, you can see it's got this much larger, or at least taller mountain range further east with the woods beyond it. And this is, as Wiley told you, the side that you mostly see, this part, looks more or less useless and uninhabitable. But beyond that, hidden down on the other side, if you come, and swoop this way or swoop this way, there's more to it. There's towns, villages, farmlands, there's a keep. But for now, our party is here-ish, just above it. So what do you want to do? How do you want to approach this place?
I'm seeing this little town here at the entrance confluence of these rivers here.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we could stop there, kill the guards, and then land somewhere else before they'd have a chance to respond to it. I mean, it seems like it's cut off from mountains.
Yeah.
So we could
Going-
start there.
As you sail closer, you can see that this little dock town is it's tiny. It's got maybe 200 people in it. It's got one dock that sticks out into the water. Little bit of farmland. There's a church with the big white prince's flag, and sitting right below the flag of a stair up there. And below both of those is the flag of the Dardanelles, and got bright white painted walls with blue trim on the roof and gold accents all over the place. Just a small little group of people living their life in a virtuous way by the principles of Astaire, the great god of society.
Is this island small enough that if they were to start ringing the bell of the church as an alarm, it would be heard elsewhere on the island?
Unless it's a magic bell, there's no way that people are going to hear it on this side.
I beseech my captain that we go destroy the church.
Yeah, I think we go there, we kill any guards, we probably kill the priest, if there is one, and then burn the church down, right? Or at least desecrate it and take the flag down.
Brilliant. Or we could make the people do it. That way we know they're against the White Prince.
I think they won't be convinced just yet. Once we finish with the rest of the island, perhaps we can make a more permanent gesture then.
Fair.
So I think we will pull in towards the harbour, Neal, and wait to see if we are greeted by any guards.
Yeah, your boat comes towards that little dock. And as it is clear that your boat is headed for the dock and not just, sailing by the island, you'll see 2 light guardians of the White Prince come out onto the dock and give you a real friendly wave.
I'll wave back.
Wait, what's the plan here, Captain?
Kill any guards, kill a priest, desecrate the church.
Let's fucking go.
But Neal, save your magic. We'll need it later.
Smash and bash. Got it.
Shield their eyes against the sun. Something seems to have caught their attention. They start talking with each other and gesturing at your boat.
I put a hand in front of Archie and nod towards Sora and point to the 2 guards. As we're pulling.
How much does Archie... Wait, I have a question. How much does Archie weigh?
I feel like we've done this. I don't think it's in my character sheet, though.
Does he weigh more than 250 pounds, Koibu?
Unlikely.
Okay.
Well,
No, to talk real quick. It seems like they know who we are, Captain. Can I grab Archie and dimension door us over there, and Archie can just take him out, and you guys can sail up?
They're 2 guards
amongst each other.
It's 2 guards.
They're gonna go in.
Don't we also get stunned for a minute if we go through dimension door?
I think only I get stunned.
No, it's everywhere. I think it's. I think it. Oh, maybe it is everywhere.
When we were doing it in the dungeon, I think when we were trying to save you from the other side, I think there was a whole thing about us.
Recovery from use of dimension door spell requires 1 round.
The wizard, all that the wizard carries, subject to a maximum weight of non-living matter. So
250.
you cannot bring people with you. Oh, or half that of living matter. Oh.
Yeah.
It's transferred with the spellcaster. Recovery from the use of the spell requires 1 round.
Probably just Nilrum needs
I
to
think-
recover them.
Yeah.
Because use to me would you use a door
Could be
for
either,
going
yeah.
through it.
Yeah, I think everyone is using the door that goes through it. I think
Yeah.
this
If I
is
open a door for someone, then they're using it?
Yeah, they walked through the door. They used the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we don't want that, so.
If it said using the spell, then I would
Yeah.
say the spellcaster only. That would be my thought
makes sense.
anyway. Sorry to
Yeah,
help.
I think this is
Koibu
a
ruin
nice,
your day.
That's good.
anti-TP kill everyone in the room by surprise mechanic.
True.
Unforgettable.
Well, I'll inform the captain that they're talking. It looks like they recognize the ship.
I mean, I don't think there's any need for any magic. I feel like Sora can jump over there and kill them.
We're a far amount away, right?
Yeah, you got maybe 20 minutes before you arrive.
I don't. Well,
Okay.
we've got to get closer anyway. So
Captain doesn't care.
I don't see what they can do really.
One of the guards stays. The other one stops shielding his eyes and heads back into the village. As you get
We
closer,
get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you get real close now, maybe 5 minutes from actually throwing your ropes onto the dock and pulling yourselves in, out from the village comes a heavy set woman with a big breastplate strapped over her. It's like, this bands on the sides have had to be let out so that the breastplate will fit over her. Clearly, she's not needed to use this armor in a long time, and she's gotten a little big for it. An axe is carried in one hand, arming sword on her hip as a backup weapon. She comes to the edge of the dock and holds the axe in both hands. That axe, she could really, chop the ropes and prevent you from tying yourself to the ship. She might even damage your ship, or at least will have a ready to attack for if someone steps off. She seems pretty fearsome.
Mm-hmm.
If maybe a little out of shape.
I wonder if we could divert course at the last second and run aground and leap off the ship. And
You would run into
And
the
ruin the
rocks.
ship?
we'd run into the rocks, yeah.
Yeah, nice rocky shoreline.
Captain, we'll be fine. Just go in like normal.
Yeah, I mean,
Does she have
I
a
guess.
shield, Koibu?
No, she's got the axe in both hands.
Okay, we're good.
we pull in towards the dock. I expect Sora, and I guess now that are there the other two guards there, or is she just
Oh, yeah,
sort
yeah.
of like
No, the other
alone?
two guards are there as well.
Okay, so I guess Sora and Archie will have to go.
What does it look like? What is your... How are you presenting? Are Sora and Archie at the prow of the ship ready to jump and fight immediately? Are they sitting down? Like, what are you telegraphing, and how are you readying yourselves?
I think it looks like we're ready to fight at this point.
Is that right, Archie?
Seems fine.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, they can see that you're ready to fight, and the Scards will draw their spears and aim them at you. And the ship pulls up. And I think there's going to be Sora and Archie leaping off the ship
I
and
cast
into
enlarge before he leaps.
ready attacks. You enlarge Archie?
Archie, he's 70% bigger.
I will. I don't know. Is
Well-
it just two guards and this woman?
It's just the two guards and the woman. But as, you're the 1 minute out, and Archie begins to grow to 170% of his normal size, the two guards bulk and flee and just run into town, leaving the one heavyset woman looking behind her and yelling after them. And you can see her resolve has all but left her, and it's just her standing on the dock as the two of you
Cowards.
approach. Archie,
Um,
Sora,
as the ship is approaching, I shout out to her, "Drop your weapons and renounce the White Prince." As the ship gets closer, but I don't expect Archie or Sora to wait. But I'll give her a chance if she surrenders.
Does not surrender, and she definitely does not renounce the White Prince. It's too late for this
Then-
woman.
Then she dies.
Well, let's roll an initiative.
Yeah.
Let's see of all
13th
the
level fighter, Nick.
ready attacks.
Oh, did we get armor cast on Sora before we left?
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, of course.
In-
Yeah,
That's
armor
fair.
and unfailing endurance, I think, is default for the crew.
Excellent. Our brave defender rolls a 19 on her initiative. Sora.
Archie, roll initiative. Oh, you did. Good. Bing chilling.
Archie
Bing,
gets a 7,
bing,
10.
chilling.
Sora gets a 7. To be honest, I'm just gonna put Sora under Sail's control. She is now your henchman, Sail. She has seen the light, and she fights for your deity. So, where is Sail? Here we go. And be controlled by PotatoMcWhiskey. There you go. Why don't you take your new NPC out for a spin?
Sweet, I like this new one. She's got fighter skills. What do you need me to do?
I just need you to make a, what is Sora doing? I assume she's jumping off the ship and attacking the woman with her sword, but she's your henchman now.
Sora will leap with the fervor of a true servant of Rohit and attempt to attack this woman.
Excellent. Yeah, a 25 is absolutely going to critical her. Sora hops off the ship. Her arming sword flashes out of her hands, stabs right in the side of this woman, right between that gap in the armor, because her belly's too big to hold it together. Why don't you roll me double her damage? 2d8 plus 2. 8 and 8 is 16 points.
Damn, Sora. Okay.
Shit.
What an introduction.
That is enough. The sword goes in her one side. The heavy-set woman, the keeper of this town, the keeper of the dock, whatever she might be, just slumps to the bottom. Sora pulls out her sword. Archie hops off, but the woman's already gone. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Were there any witnesses of the town?
Yeah, there's
that saw
people in
this?
town watching. Absolutely. But when they see Sora's blade come out of the woman, dripping with blood, they scream, they flee, they run inside, they lock their doors, they hide their wives, they hide their children.
Okay. I say to Archie and Sora and Sail and Nilrim, okay, kill the other guards. Find the priest, kill him, desecrate the church. Get after them, basically.
Yeah, sounds good.
I guess we start running after them.
It's a small town. The defenders here are few in numbers, and they're mostly basic bitch guards, like those two that we saw that fled. We're not even gonna have to roll the dice for the combat, because the combat's too one-sided here.
Yeah.
You can find the guards. What do you do when you find your guard, Archie?
I fucking kill him.
How do you kill him, though? You just fists?
Uh,
Do you kick him to
Is
death?
is there people around?
Yeah, because the guard
Yeah.
is guarding a house with folks in it. Actually, it's a shop with some folks in it.
Yeah,
You bash down the
raise,
door.
I wanna raise him against a wall and punch his head into the wall repeatedly until he dies.
Yeah. The door
I want
to
there
the
to be like blood on the wall and stuff. Yeah.
the door to the shop was shut, and this guy was trying to hold it closed. They didn't even have locks on these doors. So you shove your way in. The guy makes a stab at you that you block or deflect. You lift him against the wall and then bash his head
Yep.
in until there's just like a
Yep.
splatter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you're done and his body falls to the ground, you look about in the shop. There's people here operating the shop. There were some people here buying things, and there's clearly a couple of folks who were just taking cover. They all cower, but there's no place to hide. They stare at you.
I just raise my fist, which is now crimson colored because of the blood, right?
Nice.
And I just look at them and tell them to renounce the White Prince and leave.
You tell them to renounce the White Prince, and then you leave, or you tell them to renounce the White Prince and leave?
Yeah. I tell them, then I leave. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. You hear a whole bunch of down with the White Prince under their breaths, and spoken towards the ground.
Yep.
Great. Nilrim, you're going through the town. You see a guard who has locked himself inside a house, but you see him at the window. He parts a curtain with the tip of his spear and sees you walking towards the building, and then the curtain flows back.
I probably will get Sora to handle that. Is the door locked?
You go up to the door, give it a
Well, I'll
jiggle.
have Sora come to the door.
Okay.
Because
You-
I'm saving his magic because John told him that he's going to need it for later.
Okay. Yeah, you can call Sora over. Sora and Sail can come on over to this place. You'll be told what you saw or what Nilrim saw. Sail, you're in charge of her. What do you want to do?
I would have asked her to quickly chop off the head of the lady she killed so that I can carry it with me.
Yep.
I would hold it up to the window and say, surrender or die.
Yes. A voice comes from inside. I surrender.
I tell him to come outside.
The door opens. The spear gets tossed out onto the ground.
Yeah,
And then-
I forcibly remove all of his armor weapons and then I tie him up.
Okay. All right. Inside the building is a family. There's a man there and 4 children. Man's like got them huddled against the wall. He's got a chair in one hand.
I will step forward and go, boo. Put the chair down, you idiot. If I was here to kill you, you'd be dead.
The chair lowers to the ground slightly.
Now, get everyone down to the beach. We're going to have a little bit of fun later on.
Stay together,
and then I
children. Go to the beach. Do what the nice man says.
I'm only here a few hours and I'm already a nice man. Or a few minutes.
Nilra, not Nilra, we've already done you.
Nilram is
Captain-
actually going to go
Okay.
around and try and find. He'll probably stick near the beach and get everybody together. He's going to sort them. He wants the craftsmen in their own special area, the people with unique skills. We want to bring them back, so.
This is a perfect spot for you, Nilram. I was wondering if someone was going to sort of like hang out and keep an eye on things, because as you're out here in the open, not in the middle of the town looking for prisoners or priests or soldiers, you catch one person who's managed to hop on a horse and who is tearing across the countryside, headed east.
Can I get a hit or no?
Well, what's the range
Depends
of
on
your
how far.
spells or your things that you want to attack with?
130 yards.
Yes, 130 yards is a good range. They're about 80 yards from you right now.
Want to make sure that I'm rolling this right. 44 plus 4. Here you go. 12 damage.
Are you targeting the rider or the horse?
The rider.
Yeah, the magic missiles will rip through their back. They will fall off the horse and die. The horse will just keep going eastward. That's the only
I'm
thing.
gonna send one of the people over there to the body.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a message on it or anything?
They'll bring. No, there was no message. It was just a person who had thrown a saddle on a horse and was taken off. That's all. Captain John,
Yes.
tell me about Seymour. He doesn't really hang out with you anymore, right? He pretty much
He's
just
with
hangs
me.
out with Nilram, yeah?
My monkey.
Yeah, no, but I don't know if you've ever noticed this with cats. If you piss them off, sometimes they'll sit in a corner of the room and just stare at you.
Yeah.
So I feel like Seymour is maybe staying away from me, but intrigued, and maybe spends quite a lot of time getting away from me, maybe on top of a shelf or on top of a building, just looking at me though. And if I ever try and get near him, he'll scamper away, and I can't catch him.
Well then, that's enough of that then. Captain John, you are walking through the town looking for guards, soldiers, priests, something like that. You come up to the big temple. You're the first one there. Everyone else was like chasing after the obvious guards. And the doors to the temple, to the church, with the big white walls and the gold trim with the blue accent marks, are held shut, barred from the other side, and inside you can hear singing. You can hear songs of worship of the great god Astaire, god of society, god of laws and order, and people working together, many voices together in a choir, lifting up his name in praise.
How am I feeling hearing this, approaching this church?
Probably kind of annoyed.
I'm not feeling warm.
No.
What if I touch the door of the church?
No. It
Feels
seems
fine.
Yeah.
I will try and pull it open. I'm assuming they barred it.
They've barred it. You can't pull it open.
I will knock on the door. Here, piggies.
One voice calls out, "Stay back, wolf! We'll not have any of your kind here. The stare compels you, be gone!"
Now, I was willing to believe that the lot of you maybe didn't take your religion so seriously, and perhaps could carry on with your merry lives. But you're giving me a lot of reason to doubt here, town folks. Suggest that any of you in there who maybe don't have so much loyalty to the big lad up in the sky, take a second think, stop singing, open this bar and go back to your homes, and you'll be left alone.
Instead, you hear a cacophony of voices calling out for sanctuary. You wouldn't dare! It's a holy site! Back into the sea! Take what you need from our town and be gone!
Well, alas, what I need is inside those doors. And whilst you remain inside, you're what I need. No, that's fine. I'll just wait for my giants here to smash open your doors. We'll see how smug you all are then. And I will wait for Archie to show his face. Because I'm pretty
Archie.
sure I can't smash this door on my own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Archie will eventually come on by.
I will fucking take orders and smash the door.
Okay, well, hang on. First off, I'll say, my giant, he's finally arrived. Last chance, little piggies, to leave and go back to your homes.
Give me a charisma check. How fearsome are you, Captain John?
Oh, I'm so fearsome, though, Neal.
How fearsome, though? Numerically. Oh my god, that's
32
actually
fearsome.
pretty terrifying. You can hear a struggle coming on from the other side as someone is trying to lift the bars and other people are trying to stop this one. Do you wait? Or do you just go
I
in
think
anyway?
I will shout words of encouragement to the people. Yes, some of you favor your lives, willing to fight to survive. Push off your attackers, lift the bar, and flee to safety.
It seems that the person inside has been overpowered. You can hear the voices of, tie him up! Tie him up! Don't let them in! They're pirates! Well,
I'll give them a chance to tie up anyone who was being tied up, so I know who was trying to get out.
Clever. Then it's time.
So I give them, I put a hand in front of Raj, like, wait a moment, and then when I've given them like 5 minutes, I'll drop the hand and tell them to smash the door.
Well, Archie. These are big, thick church wall doors with a heavy bar on them. Your chance to bash these doors down is... Lockbarred or magically held. Lockbarred. You have, how much strength is it? A lot, right?
18.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
You have but a 16% chance to bash down these doors. Go ahead and
Does
make
maybe
me.
enlarged help at all?
It does not.
Okay.
Gives you a damage bonus, but not a strength bonus. So give me a D100. You want a 16 or lower.
Easy.
No. You throw yourself against them, as large as you are, but the thick cut wood and the heavy bar beyond hold the doors against your shoulders and your feet as you bash.
Well,
I look over at the captain defeated and
that is
apologetically.
unfortunate. I look around. Do I see Nilram anywhere?
Yeah, Nilram's
No, it's on the
gathering.
beach probably, but yeah, you can go grab him if you want.
Yeah, Archie, stay here. Make sure no one leaves. I'm gonna go find the wizard.
Got it, Captain.
I'll go and get Nilram, and I'll say, Nilram, they've barred the church. Can you get it open?
No, smiles. Of course he can. He'll
Now-
probably point at some big guy and tell him you're to keep watch and make sure no one leaves.
Now, Nilram, you know the knock spell will unbar a barred door. But you also
Right.
know that if there are people, like, actually at the door when it unbars, like, they're still holding it, and then they can really easily reset the bar. So,
Yeah.
how are you going to get into this church knowing that a knock spell in this situation is somewhat useful, but not a perfect solution?
Is this a multi-storied church?
It's one large room with a bell tower that rises up.
Well, that's a good point. Maybe I could climb it.
I can just dimension door myself and Archie.
Into
the
the bell
bell tower?
tower? Oh,
We reel up there, then Archie can climb down.
Uh-huh.
And, you know,
yeah. A
There's
few
more ways
moments
than one, yeah.
of vertigo.
Wait, but is Archie going to be able to fit in through the bell tower if he's enlarged? Yeah. Okay.
It'll be a
sweet, this is
tight
awesome.
squeeze, but he can do it.
Okay, well, I will wait on the other side of the door for my minions to open it for me.
Yeah, there's the singing from inside, the sounds of worship of the great god. Then Archie comes down the staircase. It's a tight squeeze.
goes
You're a
as
big
well.
man. Noram's right behind you. And you
No,
come
we'll
down.
probably go first.
Oh, all right.
actually.
Noram, you get down to the bottom of the staircase. There's
And
just a
cast a
single
spell.
door here that separates the church tower from the main hall. It's not a
So
locked
give
door.
Archie
There's no
the
locking mechanism.
so like go ahead. He's gonna let Archie go first, and then he's going to cast a lightning bolt spell on the congregation, and have it shoot around in there.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
Archie, you throw open the door. The people are shocked.
I
How the
cast
hell
a
did you
spell.
get in the bell tower? You lightning bolts inside the church. Good stone walls make an easy spot for the lightning bolt to bounce around. 22 damage will kill everybody, even those who pass their saving throws somehow. Anyone sitting... What height do you cast it? Are you angling it? Are you making it bounce flat? Talk to me.
I guess my goal would probably be to bounce from wall to wall.
Mm-hmm.
So he just wants it
So-
to like bounce as much in a horizontal pattern as possible.
Got it. Yeah, so you keep the crystal rod level, or the amber rod level, and it shoots out from maybe hip height, rippling through a crowd, bouncing and ricocheting from wall to wall. All those that were standing are immediately blasted to smithereens. Those that had been tied up and are on the ground at the foot of the altar are still alive. You can easily go and unbar the door. Captain John can step in. Sora will be following hot on the heels along with Sail.
The ones who kneel, I guess Astaire has a much worse death planned for you all. Garchi, I'll kind of point at them. Do you want to introduce them to your fists?
I would love to.
Archie walks up to the tied up people on the ground at the base of the
Oh, wait.
altar.
No.
Wait,
stopped
not
them.
the tied up people. I thought that was the people who were on their knees like praying.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. These are the tied up people.
Oh, okay. The tied up people were saved then. Good.
Yeah.
I will come up
Take
to
it back.
them and say, so, how many is that? Like 2?
Yeah.
You two trying to lift the bar?
Yeah. We surrender. We surrender.
All right. I crouch down and untie them. I look around at the mess, say, I did warn them, but I'm afraid that you're now missing a few neighbors. So why don't you help yourselves to their gold, their valuables, their homes even? I think that there's a lot less people living in this town right now. Might as well make the most of it. Just remember who you've got to thank for it.
Who do we thank? Who saved our lives?
The Crimson Fists.
We've heard of you. They look
Good.
to Archie.
He holds up his fists.
Yeah.
And then they scatter. And pretty soon,
All right.
the town is well under your control. The priest died in the lightning bolt blast. The soldiers ripped apart by Archie, Sora, Sail. The one runner gotten by Nilram. Seymour
Were there any
watching
ships?
leaves. There are a couple of small fishing boats that are just moored on the pier.
Trash.
Total trash
They-
ships.
They
What
have
about-
fishing boats in Sulphur Island, do they? They have a few.
Yeah.
Or not? They do, okay. Yeah,
What
so-
about who are the skilled workers here?
There are a few skilled workers. It's mostly farmers here, but there is a carpenter, and a what would you call him? Like a thatch maker, a person who like makes roofs.
I'll point at them. You two have now been recruited to go to our other island. We're going to pay you a very fair wage, probably more than you could ever earn on this Virex, if that's where we're at. How much do you earn a year? I
Shithole,
point to
say it how
the
it is.
carpenter.
100 gold a year,
And you? I point to the thatch maker.
30 gold a year.
I look to the captain. This is your call. You're the money man. What do you think we should pay them for a year's contract?
There's no way that guy makes 100 gold a year, Captain. He's lying through his teeth.
What does he say he does? Thatcher?
Carpentry.
Carpentry.
I do that on the side as my side hustle. He's
Listen
making
here.
100 gold a year with it.
Is there even 100 gold in this town?
Yeah.
Doubt it. Listen here, you two. We've got some appointments with your friends on the other side of this island. We'll be stopping back here on our way out. We're going to come back. We're going to ask you that same question. You're going to give us a more realistic answer. And if we hear a number we like, I'll triple your salary for the year and bring you to a new place on the rim to the west. Think on it.
You have 1 year's stay. Then you may choose to continue or choose to come back. The money can flow to your family freely. We'll make sure of that.
Think about it anyway. We have, like I said, an appointment with your overlords.
Right.
And I think we need to get back on our ship and get moving before like word spreads somehow.
I say I stop the word from spreading, Captain.
That's good. What, you think we've got time here to rest?
Time to rest? No, but I stop the immediate word from spreading.
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
where are you going to go? Once you get back in your ship and you start sailing around, blood pumping through your veins, it's not going to take you long to get there. Maybe a couple hours at the most with those phantom rowers and the sail that you've got going. It's not going to take long at all. But there's this bay over here, and then there's this river that Wiley told you about. And you know that both are populated areas. This has a couple of little towns in this bay, huge farmlands surrounding it.
What look like
This-
the more populated areas on our come around?
This right here leads eventually up this river to the keep. And there's boat access all the way up. And you are in a longship, the exact right type of vessel to sail up rivers.
Yeah, but they're going to see us coming, though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
dangerous.
If we get to the tower fast enough, once we have the fortified position, there's nothing they can do to us.
I still have my knock spell, and I still
You
have my
think?
other dimension door.
Well, I was thinking, okay, so I would say plan A, or not plan A, plan option 1, would be deal with the bay and subvert expectations and walk across the farmland to the keep. Or I think plan option 2 would be to take out the bigger village and sail up the river.
Here's the thing.
I think-
a keep is a thing that's usually relatively undefended until the defenses are raised. If we hit the keep fast, we just sit in the keep. I sit on top of the keep, lightning bolting everyone who doesn't submit, and then we own the island. I'm pretty sure I can. I don't know
Well,
how
the
big
keep
this
is
place
really far, I think, from
Mhm.
everybody else. So you can't just like lightning bolt the towns. What I'll say is, I think we go here. We do another quick drop where we kill everybody, and then we sail up, because the bay isn't going to really be able to reinforce or do anything quickly. Whereas if we hit here and word gets out, then they can immediately warn the keep.
Yeah.
But we could also just take the boat up to here and then walk over.
Thing is, though, if we go to the people in the bay will see the keep on fire or being attacked. They'll see a flag being raised. Someone might go and warn someone, and some more reinforcements might come. If we deal with this bay first, and then with the other bay, we might be able to isolate the keep and make it so that no one can get out. Although, then again, by the time we leave, there'll be someone left alive who might raise the word.
I think that if we attack this town or this town, the keep will probably know. They probably have someone on top with like a spyglass always watching the towns, and they'll see like a flag get raised. What if instead, this one is covered kind of by mountains,
Yeah.
so they won't be able to have seen a flag raised, etc. What if we just longship up to here and then walk? It's all nice farmland, we know that. We could hit the keep first, which is probably going to be the hardest place.
We
Yeah.
could also take horses. This town had horses. That would cut this down to
That
probably
is
a
true.
day's journey.
We could take horses. Yeah.
Well, we can't take horses on that boat, though, can we?
We'll
But
just
we might
leave.
be able to,
We can
we
just
might
put
be
the
able
ship
to
in the
cross the
bottom.
river and cross the river on the horse. Yeah, I'm up for that. I think maybe a surprise attack on the keep might be the best way to go about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Look, once you own the fortified building on an island, there's a reason they build them, right? It's very hard to get people out of them.
Yeah.
I
All right, let's do
think
that.
we should, but I don't want to run into a problem of attacking on the wrong side of the river, so we might have to go like that. So, because it looks like the keeps on the other side of the river, right? I don't want to like get all the way there and then realize that we've got to attack across a moat or a drawbridge that they can pull up.
Okay. As you are talking about your plans and going up the river, Sora says, "But how? What do we do with the ship? You can't just leave it behind."
Norm smiles.
won't be
We'll
able
get
to
all
do
this.
that.
We'll get all the stuff off the ship, and I will cast my ship in a bottle, and I will place it inside my bottle, and throw it in my bag. I'll do this only if we're not doing this plan where we bring the ship all the way up here. What do you think, Captain?
No, I think, let's take the horses. Neal, am I going to have any problem riding a horse?
You are gonna have problems getting. Oh yeah, horses don't like you. Do you have a horseback riding proficiency already?
No.
None of us do. I don't think we can ride horses.
Well, if you don't have a horseback riding proficiency, you can ride a broken-in horse from point A to point B, as long as it's not complicated. But you can't do anything fancy, and if there's something going on, you might get in some trouble. But generally, you just sit on the horse, and the horse knows what to do.
I do have animal handling. I don't know if that would help.
Not quite. Captain John, however, is a creature who should not exist. He's not quite alive. He's not quite dead. And the horses can smell it on him. They can smell that there's something wrong with him. And they're scared of you. If you had a horseback riding proficiency, you could probably get them, under control. To do it without would require a non-proficient horseback riding check, and failure means you spend like an hour trying to make it happen and it doesn't work.
Who's the best horseback rider in the village? I'll yell out.
Someone raises their hand.
You're with him, and I point at John. You need to corral the horse, and you need to ride with us.
A middle-aged man. What? Okay.
I toss a bag of 50 silver to him.
He'll take the silver. He'll grab 5 horses, and then he will bring them on over, mount them up, and then as John approaches his horse, and John gets ready to hop up on the saddle behind him, his horse starts to skid and step to the side and try to avoid John, and the man, corrals the horse, brings him round, holds the reins tight. Horse's ears go back, the nose flares, but he holds the horse well enough that John can get on. The whole ride is going to be a bit of a spooky one. It's going to kick from time to time. It's going to wrestle control away from him. And over the course of the ride, your leader, your rider, the person who's driving the horse for you, will throw a couple looks over his shoulder.
I assume it's quite an
Concerned.
awkward situation.
Yeah. How tightly
don't
is your
like me.
scarf tied around your neck?
How tightly is the scarf tied around my neck?
Yeah. Hot day. It's weird to be wearing a scarf.
Not uncomfortably, but I'm not an idiot. I understand it might get blown off, so I probably tighten it before we go on the horse,
Well then, it doesn't ever reveal, and he spends the whole ride wondering who the hell this is on the back of the horse.
Yeah, well, he's probably heard the rumors of the Crimson Fists and all sorts. I will, I'm assuming I'm holding on to his waist, am I?
That or the back of the saddle.
Okay, I'll hold the back of the saddle, that's fine. I don't make small talk with him. Right. Even though in the past I would have done.
He
But
will
I
just
just
simply
stay
be your
quiet.
rider, and the party can go round to the back side of the keep, bypassing towns, villages.
Yeah, I think we stop maybe, half a mile from the keep and go on foot?
Sure. The keep will be able to see you coming around the backside one way or the other.
But it's not weird.
I mean, it is a bit weird, but...
I mean,
It's-
people run around on horses all the time, but
My thought would have been a direct assault, so they have no time to levy the extra guards.
Okay, so we
Just
charge
we go
straight
through the
up to
front
it.
door because they're going to have a light guard.
Well, the front door's across the river, though, isn't it?
Yeah, there
There'll
would
probably
be.
There'll be a back entrance, or...
There'll probably be a drawbridge, but we probably have ways to destroy the mechanism to cause the drawbridge to fall.
Oh, well,
is
if
the
that's the
drawbridge
case...
down right now?
Well, so you're riding across.
Yeah, we're here.
You're in the fields, right? There's a couple small buildings scattered around here and there, piles of hay, all that jazz. You can see that there is the tower on the other side of the lake near a river, and there is a bridge that crosses the river. But from this distance, all the way across the lake, you can't really tell many of the details. Maybe it's a drawbridge that is down right now, but if it's a drawbridge, they could pull it up pretty quickly. It only takes like a round before it's uncrossable.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to just like charge right across the drawbridge.
Yeah, I say we go around. It's fine. Just make it look
Yeah,
like it's
okay.
not, you know.
That would
So we
be
go around.
an unusual thing, not necessarily a thing that you would immediately need to get weapons for, but people going round the rivers, a bit odd.
Are there not other villages over here?
No.
Oh, okay.
I want to watch it with the spyglass when we get close enough to see it. What's the situation with windows?
Are we're
and
doing this?
doors?
On backside?
Well, I'm wondering if I can get to like. Can I see this from the spyglass before I have to turn, make a decision?
You can stop as you get to the edge of the lake over here.
Yeah.
You need to graze and water the horses anyway. They can't run all day long. And you gaze out across the river, across the lake. There's a keep. It's maybe 5 stories tall. And the base of it has like a larger structure to it, so it's not just a single tower. And on the keep side of the river, there's also a small village that has popped up around it. Some houses, some farms, some shops, a butcher, a candlestick maker, maybe a bread maker too. What more detail would you like?
Well, is
Quick
there a
question.
drawbridge?
There is a bridge, but
And
from
which side
across
is the village on?
the village and the keep are on the north side.
And there is a bridge that goes onto this side.
There is a bridge that crosses and like a road that very quickly splits, one going
Okay.
over this way, one coming over this way.
If the city is on the north side, then there has to be a way into the keep
Yeah.
from the north side. There has to be, so we
No,
go
yeah, that
around.
makes sense.
John,
Yeah.
let's talk about this. Let's say we're normal people, just going to visit the king or whoever.
Well, go into
How
the
else would you
village.
do it?
Yeah.
I know, yeah. How else would you do it? So let's just act normal.
Okay, so we're just going to ride around the back into the town. And I actually think, you know, is it better to cause shit in the town to draw some of the guards out rather than fighting them in the keep? Or do you think it's better to kind of like surprise attack them?
I think it's better to surprise attack because they're gonna have village guards probably already.
So I think what we want to do then is, right, if I'm imagining it, we're going to go into the town, we're going to walk through, not cause any immediate trouble. We'll probably get side-eyed. We'll go up to where the gate is into the keep, and we'll just attack the guards there, break through the gate, and then maybe try and lock it from the other side so none of the guards in the town can get us from behind.
You,
And then we can
Ryder,
just-
are you, is this area super loyal to the White Prince? I point to the keep.
Yes, sir.
Right on.
The Duke is a very loyal man. He serves the White Prince in all capacities and regards. He's one of the, what do you call it? Not quite the governor of the Outer Rim, since it doesn't have one, but if ever there were to be a governor of the Outer Rim, it would be the Duke.
How many soldiers does Duke have?
Maybe on the whole island, maybe 100 footmen and 10 knights in the keep.
In his little town up there, yeah.
Oh, I'd say maybe a third of them are in the town. Third of them near the keep.
3 knights, 35 guards.
What about that lady that we handled back there? Was she a knight? Would you consider her that?
He shakes his head. No, retired.
Knights in armor, just a conduit for lightning bolts.
Yeah, I think then we do that. I think we just walk through the town, rock up on the keep, and just start fucking it up.
Do you go through the front or the back?
I think through the back, through the town, if that's what you mean
Okay.
by the back.
Yeah, you want to go
Yeah.
around this side and then through the town to the keep.
Yeah.
However would be the normalest way to get to the town from here.
The most normal way would be to go through the front door, like this. That's the most direct, easiest path.
Then,
Yeah, but they'll see us coming and pull up the drawbridge before we get in, right?
But how do they know who we are?
We could just be like, hey,
We're just people.
We want to like message the Duke because you guys arrange a meeting, and then while that's all happening, I prepare a call lightning. We storm the gates. Boom, boom, boom.
Like if we're normal heroes coming to meet the Duke, how do you do it? You don't go around the back. You just go through the front. You just act normal.
Well, is there not a chance that there's someone with one of those helmets there? There'll be a wizard watching us, maybe. like we've got 2 casters with us. It just feels
It
like
sounded
if we
also like
present ourselves.
it was just a normal bridge, not a drawbridge. Or am I hearing that wrong?
You would need to get closer to see the fine detail on that.
Even a spyglass?
Even the spyglass,
Because you
yeah.
can tell if it's a wood bridge. Oh, okay. All right. It's up to the captain. It's his rodeo.
It's both. They're both good options. How big's the river? Like, if I wanted to cross the river on horseback, could I?
Do you want to... Wait, say that again?
If I wanted to cross the river on horse, like, let's say I try and go through the front entrance and I'm stopped. Could I cross the river and get in through the town?
The writer will tell you that the river is maybe 200 feet wide, and there's a bank on either side, which makes it very difficult to cross.
I'm dubious about attacking over the bridge.
Okay, it's fine.
I feel like that's going to be the most defended. I feel it's going to be less defended on the other side of the river through the town, because there'll be more coming and going through the keep. So that's what I'll decide.
Excellent.
Tell me
Back.
when you want it ready, a call, Lightning Captain.
Yeah.
Through
Will do.
the backside, we will go. Okay, our party will ride around, crossing these many small little rivers and tributaries, which takes some time. You're not going to be able to get all the way to the keep on a single day, it turns out. Looked like you might have been able to make it, but you're going to have
that's
to
fine.
make camp near the base of the mountains this night.
Well, if we're going to have to stop, if it becomes apparent that we're going to stop, I'd rather stop before we're seeable by the keep.
You have probably been seeable by the keep since, for a long time. It's got a great view of this entire zone. That's the, the value of having a tall building.
Fun.
Is
Sorry
it
to say
fun?
Sorry to say, Captain John, that time has come and passed.
All right, well, got no
like
choice,
it's
got no
kinda fun.
choice. Yeah, all right. I just don't want to be nonchalant here. This is going to be... If this is the
Okay.
guy in charge of the whole outer rim, it's going to be... There'll be wizards here.
Okay. I thought
Good.
it was just like a little tower, but if it's a big proper keep full of men, we can just go at it slightly differently.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the evening to think about it, I
While
suppose.
we're sitting over the campfire, I'll ask the guy, is it a drawbridge? Have you ever been up to the keep?
Oh, yeah, it's a drawbridge,
Been on.
it says.
Okay, so we make camp here for the night. I will observe the surroundings with my life detection ability once it goes dark.
Yeah. It's nice and quiet. You get a little fire going. Those of you that need food can find some game around here or take whatever supplies were in the saddles that you had, munch on them. 6 of you are sitting around. Your driver, Captain John, will quietly ask in the night, so, you're all the Crimson Fists, right?
That's right.
And
We're lucky to be alive, my friend.
you're here to kill the Duke?
I nod. Well, unless he'll renounce the White Prince, which I find unlikely.
Yeah, me too.
But you doesn't have to end like that for you. Got my
Hey,
word.
I'm riding the horse with you, right?
That's right.
Buddy?
Well, I get that you didn't have much choice in the matter, but for the record, if this is all over, you can walk free.
Thanks. Maybe I'm overstepping my luck and my boundaries here, but why?
Why do we want to
All of
kill
it.
the Duke?
Yeah, why are you fighting the White Prince? Isn't he a good man? Didn't he civilize the Dardannes when it was overrun by monsters and bring everyone together, create a system of trade and commerce, and seen populations rise and prosperity swell and tame the dark magics that ravage the land?
Okay, give it a rest for a second. It's difficult to start here, but first off, I'd ask you where you learnt all this.
Oh, same place you learn all your things. Just about.
In school?
Oh, you're just talking to people.
Through your elders,
Yeah.
the guards. Listen, all of that's just propaganda. spun by the White Prince to make you think he's a good guy. You ever hear of Sulphur Island?
No, I don't think I have.
It was an independent island back, well, probably over a century ago. We'll get to that in a minute. They didn't want to swear allegiance to the White Prince's burgeoning empire. He turned up. He tore the place asunder, killed men, women, and children, threw the nobility out on their arse, had them killed. But he didn't just do it with swords. He did it with the undead, skeletons. You don't hear about that in your tales. The man's lying to you, and that's not the half of it.
Skeletons? Undead?
That's right.
Oh,
You
the
ever
White
heard of a cleric of Astaire using the undead?
shakes his head. No.
That's right. That storm in the middle of the Dardanelles.
Yeah.
Remind you of anything?
No?
Think about it. Astaire. Okay, that's triangles, right? Martha.
Yeah, I mean, Malchus is a big swirling storm, god of chaos, father of humans. You know, bad father, drunken lout. Gotta push him
Listen
away.
up.
Go to our adopted father, Astaire.
I'm just saying, do your own research. That's all I'm saying.
Source, dude, just trust me, bro.
He sits there in contemplative silence for the rest of the night, thinking about the storm. He's heard legends of the oath sworn, people who give their undying life, and that's always been just like a punchline or, you know, the thing that people say. But this talk of skeletons has him thinking first time
Yeah.
about these things.
I won't reveal anymore.
You best start believing in ghost stories.
You're in one. Classic memes. Okay, yeah, we rest the night away.
The night.
I keep an eye on this dude. I don't think I need to sleep that much, so I want to make sure he doesn't make a run for it in the middle of the night.
He doesn't. But you keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of the night while you're keeping an eye on things that you notice something at the edge of your vision. That point where you get to be able to see the life force of creatures, of people.
Yes.
When you see
I,
something coming,
Okay.
and it's big. It's real big. It's got
We
a lot of
talking-
legs. You know,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
got
How
lots
many
of legs.
It's one of those, is it? All right.
It's got at least 6 legs, and they come out at weird angles, and it's got this huge body that's got to be like 8 feet long and 4 feet across. It's got this big bulbous head on it.
Wait, so it's not a spider?
It's not a spider, no. It looks more like some sort of giant insect.
Like an,
What, like a what?
I will.
an ant lion? Never heard of those.
You know, more like if there was a wasp that was grown to be the size, like, you know, 3 times the size of a horse, or maybe like a
Okay, that's
a
fucking
grasshopper
horrifying.
or something like
Three
that.
times the size of a horse.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Well, I know the solution to that. And it's called punching it in the face. I will, Archie, wake up. We got company.
Archie will dart up.
Get ready. Sail. Nilram.
dark.
Start
Fuck
shaking
is
like
that?
Sora. On your feet.
It's dark.
Torches.
Wait,
I start
never
lighting
mind.
torches.
I thought for a second it was a giant cat. Jesus Christ.
I start lighting torches, and I will.
Yeah,
you know.
you can light them off of the fire and pass them out to people. The giant insect-looking thing, which does sort of look like a wingless wasp crawling towards you, bulks at the flame. When you stand up, and when the moon cloud moves from the moonlight, you can see it in pretty good detail. It's huge. It's got this like big ass thorax with a big spike coming off of it that has like this weird pulsing motion to it that just like keeps going like this. But it doesn't seem to be really excited to get close to the torches or the fire. But it does begin to walk around the camp and head for the horses. which you tie up a little bit away from camp because a horse is a big, dangerous creature, and you wouldn't want it to accidentally walk through camp or step on someone.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
spook
we
and
go
break
towards the
free.
horses with our fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna need an initiative roll for our party. Everybody in the party.
How far is it?
Well, you're going to the horses, and it's going to the horses. So the initiative roll will determine who arrives at the horses first. And you can all get there within the same round.
I'm going slow.
Roll 20 is lagging hard.
Ooh, I did not have my guy selected.
Right in here. Here's our party. That's not the right token. Go.
Ugh.
So, first up is Nilrum. This giant wasp-like creature is crawling across the ground towards your horses.
And damage.
You just
I
open
magic
up.
missile them.
Pew 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 pew.
Alright, let's give it its HP.
Very bad roll. Is it dead?
No. That is a terrible magic missile roll, though. You will do 10 damage to it, and its HP bar will clink down just a wee bit as you blast with magic missiles. Archie, you've got a torch in hand. The giant wasp is headed to the horses. What are you doing?
I'm throwing the torch away and I'm going to punch it.
Get
You
it.
just like chuck the torch to the ground and
Yeah,
rush the
fuck it.
wasp. All
Yep.
right. Go for it. Oh, it's
24.
a great hit. You collide right with its thorax. You know, you get underneath those legs, which tower above you. Your hand breaks into part of it. A little bit of goo drips out. Close, but not quite the damage roll we're looking for.
Offhand.
Just collides with
Swinging
one of the legs, which has got this nice hard chitinous plating
Wait,
on
wait,
it.
wait. He didn't roll
Goes
damage. yet.
nowhere.
Oh,
That was
sorry,
a miss.
damage. Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
misroll, Neal.
That was a misroll.
It was a regular attack roll. 9 points of damage to the giant wasp as you break open its innards, goo slipping
Fuck
out onto
yeah.
your hand. Sail and Sora. Or no, just Sail. Here we go.
Yeah, I forgot to roll her initiative, sorry. I am casting light on the thing's eyes so that it cannot attack. I'm pretty sure it's in range. Light has like a ridiculous range. It's 120
Yeah,
yards,
totally. It's
so-
absolutely 100% range. It gets a saving throw.
Yeah.
Now, it's a big creature. Big creatures have a lot of hit dice. A lot of hit dice is usually a pretty good saving throw. It needs an 11 or better on a d20. 12. Oh, so close. It illuminates the creature. It is well lit. It's gold. It's black. It's got these big bulging eyes, these big bulging compound eyes, and these antennas that come off it. There's no wings. And you can see that rear end of it has this like back and forth pulsing motion with this like stinger that goes in and out or gets covered and uncovered. Either way, it's hideous and gross, and there's a little bit of something dripping off the end of it. Sora, it's your turn.
Sora will make a daring attempt to attack this large, horrifying monster. She'll make an attack roll.
She's also just going straight in for the kill. All right. 15 is a great hit. The blade cuts through the side of it. Goopy, clear, yellowy things ooze out just a little bit. And
She
Captain
does
John.
3 damage.
That was real bad.
Okay, little question. Do I think, after using my life vision for a while, is there any correlation between where you would attack someone in a sneak attack and where the concentration of their life force is when you look at them?
No.
So there's no way I can use this to get a sneak attack on a non-humanoid. is what I'm
Although
asking
that's
here.
an amazing idea, no, the does not exist.
What I would like to do is delay my turn until after the beast is attacked.
Sure.
Yes.
The creature was on its way to go get those nice, juicy horses, but now it's taken all this damage from Nilbrum, Archie, and Sora. And, well, I guess none of the people next to it have a torch in hand. So why not?
Norm has a torch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you're,
next
you're
to it.
standing away, right? Why not just stab Archie with the giant stinger?
Oh no.
Bring it on.
If it was you,
I use
Nick,
my
he'd
free
be coming
block.
for you.
Yeah, that's why. I
Get your
didn't
free
go,
block
mate.
in there.
Oh no, you missed it by one. Fuck.
What's your AC, Archie?
I think that hits.
My AC is.
Like 18 or something crazy.
Tell me it's not
yeah,
18.
Is
Tell
it
me-
18?
Yeah, it's 18.
The
Wait,
stinger.
I have armor, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
stinger comes right up to you, and you try to to block it with your hand or to shove the thorax aside, and in the end, you end up just dodging back slightly as the stinger, about yay big, comes right past your body, and then as it hits the end of where it was supposed to go, there's like a squirt of fluid that comes out the end of it that would have been inside you had it hit you.
Might have been a save or die.
Jesus, Neil.
I am
Okay,
bad.
chill out.
Wait, it's my go, right?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, I will seek to flank or get a back attack against this thing by circling around.
Yeah.
Can I get a back attack?
Yeah, you can circle around this giant creature that's looking at Archie and trying to stab him.
Okay. I will attack it with both of my weapons. A 21 with my rapier.
That will hit.
And a 10 with my dagger.
That will not hit.
For 8 damage.
Excellent. And at the end of the round, our giant wasp will use its large pincers on its mouth, because it bites too, and it will reach for Sora with those. With a 1d20 plus 10. 19 will indeed hit her. And it
Bye-bye.
will rend Sora for 7 points of damage.
Okay,
Am I
good.
still gonna get a rest in the morning?
Nope.
Might,
Unfortunately,
might have to sleep in a bit.
Okay.
initiative
Oh, we can
phase.
sleep in a bit.
I don't know, yeah. Maybe we have to take another day. But we need your spells, obviously.
Ooh, the wasp goes fast.
Okay.
Yeah, we could have just been people, going camping. It's fine. I'll take another
It's
day.
possible. No shit. Oh shit.
There's no way
I
Horse
wished it.
Rider didn't know about this kind of creature being
Wait, Neil, I get a second attack, right? I get it every turn now.
Oh, you do. Yes, you do. Please make your second attack. 15 will
That's
do it.
amazing.
Yes.
Oh, really? God
That's
damn.
the number
Alright,
you need.
damage.
The wasp is pretty badly injured now, and it starts to make this humming sound that seems to be emanating from its midsection somewhere, sort of like but it doesn't have wings. It's not the flapping of the wings, but it's like an internal buzzing sound.
It's pairing.
My turn?
Yes. We're just waiting for Sora to
20.
roll. Oh my god.
Oh, baby.
Jesus Christ, Milton.
Lightning splits the air. The wasp is eradicated. It bursts apart. Its guts fly all over the place and litter the ground.
Doesn't it get a save?
Save for half.
It does. That's actually could have
11 or
been
higher, I
it.
think.
Well, we're gonna kill it anyway.
1d20. Oh yeah, it totally
it
passes.
passes.
There we
It
go.
leaps into the air, dodging some of the lightning bolt.
You blast off the bottom half of it. It is just the front 4 legs. No more stinger. Just the front of it as it drags its body towards you, Nilrum. I believe it's Archie's turn.
Oh shit, it's not dead?
Nope, but half of it's missing.
Sora's turn, I think. She got a 6.
Ah, I
True.
see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm slow to roll. I'm not used to having 2 characters.
It's about to get eviscerated, but maybe Sora can steal
No,
the kill.
yeah, I think it's pretty quickly destroyed. It begins to pull itself towards Nilrum, and Archie can come up and rip it to shreds, and it dies on the spot.
Do we have any containers, like bottles, empty bottles?
I don't think anyone carries an empty bottle with them.
Oh, well, let me just check.
There's a ship in a bottle. There's some
Let me check.
potions.
Oh, I was just gonna say if we had any like empty containers, like maybe an old thing that we used to have healing salve in, I'll scoop up some of the things venom.
Well, I do have one vial of poison that I've used against the trollery. So I suppose I could fill that up.
Oh, I was just thinking maybe its tail poison would be good for something.
No, that's what I'm saying. I probably have an empty jar of the poison that I already used once. So I could probably fill that one empty jar up.
Would you carry an empty jar around for months for however
I
long
think
it's
if
been
you-
since
It
you've
was
used
on his
Yeah.
character sheet.
it?
It's on his
Okay.
character sheet. He was getting the weight on it anyways.
Well,
It's up to Nick.
oh no, because sorry, I've got 2 jars and each one has 5 doses, so it's still got 4 doses in it, right? Sorry, yeah. No, I don't think I do then.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Yeah. I don't have anything for it.
That's something to consider is maybe we should carry around just to have a spare bottle in case you run into a cool poison like this again.
Yeah, why not? I look up at the bright light of the light spell, and I say, I wonder if this might be a problem.
Oh, it almost certainly is a problem. I'll dismiss the light spell.
It's missing with a word.
Goes out.
Norm goes to bed.
I will continue to stay awake, looking for signs of the White Prince.
Archie's going straight back to sleep.
I think that's an easy thing for some of you to do. No problem. You go back to sleep. But the night
I'll
has
stay
only
awake and-
begun. John, maybe 20 minutes later, the edge of your
Yeah.
vision,
There's more.
there's more of those. You see
More
4 of
wasps.
them. 4 more giant wasps have come down out of the mountains, probably attracted to all that smell of fresh wasp guts all over the place. We don't have time to dig into a longer combat with giant wasps right now, so we're going to end our session right here. But there are at least 4 more coming down towards your camp, attracted
my
to the
God.
smell of the picnic being had.
Yeah,
It's okay. We did this one damageless, so what can go wrong?
Sora took a hit. And maybe we can build the fire up loads to scare them off. Or maybe we should just run away from the dead body of the wasp.
Well,
Camp somewhere else. But we can see
You
about that next
have-
week, I guess.
a week to think
we
about
do
it.
have a man we can feed to the wasp while we run.
That's true as well. If it comes to that, yeah. But I did promise him that he'd survive. But
Yeah, he
be
didn't tell us
fair,
about the fucking wasps on
the
this island.
circumstances have changed. That's true, yeah.
Well, that's going to be it for today's session of Tides of Death. We will be back next week, I do believe. We're not at a stopping point, so we're not going to dole out experience right here. But definitely after this island, we'll get some XP rolled out. I think we also did XP just last session, I think.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Do we have questions, Mr. Mouton?
Let's see. I haven't checked today. Questions for cast. Question for Neal. I've only ever seen you DM, so it got me to thinking about you as a player. Are you currently playing in any campaigns as a player? If not, can you describe the type of player you are?
Well, I'm not in a campaigns as a player right now. Mostly when I play, it's in a one-on-one campaign called Dicing with Death. My friend Ryan is the player and I'm the DM, and then when his character dies or retires, we switch and he's the DM and I'm the player. And then, we've been doing this since 1990 something, longer than some of you kids have been alive, and where you got a pretty good dynamic going. As a player, I really prefer doing fun, creative things. I'm not much of a power gamer anymore. I mean, I might power game to do fun and cool things, but it always has a point. Like the greatest, well, maybe not the greatest, but one of my favorite characters that I've ever made was a centaur named Charger, because the rules state that a lance, is a large weapon. But a large creature can use a large weapon in one hand instead of 2. And since you're a centaur, you're always mounted. So you just take 2 lances and you lance charge literally everything in your path. It's amazing. And then you can have people on your back
triple
for
damage,
an
right?
extra lance on that. You could get 3 lances if you have a rider. Or there's a lot of shenanigans. You could put an overrun in there with it. You get the charge bonus. There's a lot of shit that can happen. So
No, but
I
wait, doesn't
prefer-
a lance do triple damage on the charge?
it's double or triple. Yeah, something
yeah,
like that.
it's fucking
It's just
crazy.
it's a lot of damage, and then if you crit, it just compounds, and there's nothing in the rules that says you can't do it. So, that's the sort of player I am.
If you are interested in seeing Neal as a player, there is a one shot on my YouTube channel, which if you're watching this here, you could maybe scroll back a few weeks and find that we played.
Where I was a player?
Did he win?
Yeah, you played. You played like a useless character that just grappled everything. If you recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was not a useless character. That was an amazing character who had few opportunities to shine brightly, but he was amazing. Because you just pick and carry and drowned people, throw them off cliffs and stuff. There's so much utility to be found in non-direct combat, in just like, I'm going to grapple, lift, and throw you off this cliff, or like grapple you and then jump into the river with you underneath me. There's a lot to this game.
Yep. Any other questions, Moot?
No, that's it actually this week.
Well, as
small
a
note.
secret one-off, we're going to be doing like, what's the word when you shout out things. So I'll say, if you watch this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It's literally the first time I've ever said that, despite having a YouTube channel for about a year. Please do that. And Neal, I know you've got something that you want to.
Yeah, I'm running a one-shot this weekend. It's a 12-hour long campaign. We got 3 different groups of players who will play in it. You got the morning, the evening, and the afternoon crew. And the campaign is called The Werewolf of Ashfires. Basically, we've got a small town, 200 folks who live peacefully together, but a werewolf has come through the area and turned some of the folks. The town, being good-hearted individuals, they don't just execute their people who have been turned into werewolves. They build a special prison so these werewolves can reside in them. And every night of the full moon and the night before and after, the werewolves are tucked quietly into the prison and howl and rage all through the night. Our campaign will start when one more person is turned into a werewolf under slightly different circumstances. When all is clear in the morning, 3 people are missing. No one knows quite who the werewolf is, and the new werewolf will have to be found, imprisoned, or dealt with in whatever method. And the town will decide that they can no longer abide a werewolf out there, slowly feasting on their population, slowly turning them all into monsters. What do you do when there's 10 werewolves in town? What do you do when there's too many werewolves for the prison? You can't control them. Our party members will not have silver weapons. They will not have magic items. The town is so small, there's not even a blacksmith there. So there's no way to kill the werewolf. So we're going to find out. Oh, also, they're all first level fighters with a maximum of like 10 to 12 HP, and the werewolf can do 10 damage on a hit. So it's going to be really one-sided. You'll have some peasants and some pitchforks with some torches at your disposal too. But we're going to see if the menagerie of excellent players that I've pulled for this task can find a way to deal with werewolves when they have absolutely no ability to deal with werewolves. And this will be a fundraising stream as well. One of our community members who wrote the recaps for all of our other campaigns has died recently, and will be raising money to help their wife repatriate their body all the way back from the UK to South Africa. So if you want to come by for a really cool campaign that's a little bit horror themed, a little bit mystery themed, a whole lot of how do you overcome a challenge that you really shouldn't be able to overcome, or you want to help out with our fundraising, come on by. That'll be twitch.tv/Koibu on Saturday, the 2nd of July, pretty much all day long.
Awesome.
All right.
I look forward to it. I'll be there.
Yeah, MrMouton's one of our players.
Hell yeah.
And we will be back next week, same place, same time.
Think so?
Think so.
Yeah, I don't think we have a thing until like mid-July. I think we get like 2 sessions or something.
I'm out the week after next. Yes.
Patreon.com/Tides of Death. We recently got it fully funded. We're just waiting on PokemonChallenges subathon to finish up so we can do a big Q&A with all the cast member and Koibu if he wants to join. We'll have that scheduled for a later date.
Wait, why are
Fantastic.
we waiting for my subathon to finish? I can just do it while I'm streaming, right?
I was just going to do it
Oh
just
no,
for
because
the
they would have to be
Patreons.
exclusive
Yeah.
with the Patreons, right? Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Catch you all next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys.